On this episode of the DTVC podcast, Ty from Comeuppance is back for his monthly hit, and we're going to be doing Morgy on the Skids. And I was debating about whether or not to call it Morgy on the Skids or Morgan Freeman on the Skids, because, Morgan Freeman, he is our one Oscar-winning actor that we have had on the Skids here so far. But, this is all in fun, so I feel like we can call him Morgy on the Skids. But we're going to be looking at 57 Seconds, which he did with Josh Hutcherson, and then Gunner, which he did with a Hemsworth, Luke Hemsworth in this case. So those will be the two movies we look at for Morgy on the Skids. Also, our spotlight on a fight, we're going to be looking at the end fight in Showdown in Little Tokyo, which is a bonkers end fight scene for a bonkers movie, one of my all-time favorites. So it was really great to talk about that one as well. So stay tuned for that. And then next week, we don't have anything recorded yet. And so if you know me, even though I've got things scheduled to record, I don't like to announce things on here that I haven't recorded yet because I've been burned by that in the past, just because, again, all of the guests that I have on who are gracious enough to come on here and talk about direct-to-video movies with me, just like me, they've got lives. They've got other things going on in their lives. In fact, in many cases, they have more things going on because, my wife and I, we don't have any kids. So that's one area of busyness that we don't have to contend with as well. So I always want to get those episodes in the can before I announce them on here. But, once we get them up, you'll hear about it here. So definitely watch this space for that. But then also DTVC Extra, a couple weeks ago, we did MCU Phase 4. I took a little bit of a different approach with that, where I instead of looking at the movies and being like, this is what I liked, this is what I didn't like, the TV shows, what I liked, didn't like, I did it more as like 21 and 22 as a turning point for the MCU and comic book movies overall. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, if you haven't listened to it yet, it is on the main feed, so you can find it in there as well. And then in terms of future DTVC Extra, still thinking about doing that baseball one, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Again, one of the things I realized with the MCU one was that, from a timing standpoint, doing one podcast episode a week, it was, the DTVC extras are starting to kind of fall fewer and further between. So we'll see what happens there. And then in terms of the site, this past week we did Take Cover. So I ended up bumping Black Lotus and decided to go with Take Cover, get some more Atkins in. Also, people are celebrating Snipe-tember. We've got so many, that genre of movie, the sniper genre of movie, which, who would have thought that was a genre of movie, but it is. Take Cover kind of fits in that mode. It's one of those, I had it in the can. I thought, okay, why don't I get in on those festivities? I know Will from Exploding Helicopter, he's been doing a whole bunch of movies this month with that hashtag, and I thought, that Take Cover was on an episode that I did with him. We did an Atkins double feature, so I figure we'll get that one in there. Anyways, this week we're going to probably do Classified, Aaron Eckhart film that I covered on a recent podcast with Ty from Comeuppance, so we'll do that. Another celebration this month is PM-tember. So I don't know if that's how they're saying it, but watching PM Entertainment movies. I know John from PM Entertainment podcast, he's been posting like one movie from his collection a day. So maybe I'll fit in another PM movie this month as well. Not like I haven't done enough of those recently, but maybe we'll do that just to kind of celebrate that too. Because the other thing too is next month, right, we're getting into Hall of Fame inductions. And so we've got quite a class this year. We've got Billy Blanks finally getting in, Kathleen Kinmont getting in, Colas McKay, right? Colas McKay is in the 60 Club and is also finally getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. So if you remember earlier this year, I decided to tag him finally and discovered he was already like over 50 movies in. And then, with the movies that I was doing both for him, but then also just, he's in so many PM movies, but also, erotic thrillers. He's like, just happens to be the stunt coordinator on. So many different things like that. So I think we're already over 60 movies for him. So we got to get him in the Hall of Fame. So we're going to do that as well. Kinmont, Blanks, Colas McKay, and then also Imperial Entertainment. We're going to finally get Imperial Entertainment in as a studio. So, one of the interesting things I think people are probably wondering why we don't have Millennium in yet, or New Image. And maybe next year, maybe it's something I'll consider. I think the thing with Millennium New Image is that they have so many great DTV movies. And I guess you can make the point that Canon, like them, did also have, bigger budget kind of things. So yeah, maybe they probably should get in at some point too, because we've covered a lot of their movies. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe next year that will be our studio that gets in. So we'll see. Another thing I've been thinking about, with these clubs, these like 30 Club, 50 Club, etc., is maybe removing the studios altogether from them, because Millennium has over 60, PM's got over 50 now, and it's hard because a studio can pump out a bunch of movies in a year, whereas an actor, it's a little bit different. I mean, I guess actors can also pump out a lot of movies, but I don't know, there's something a little different about a studio versus an actor with movies. So maybe, I don't know, or maybe having different tiers for that kind of thing, because also you've got, Colas McKay, Art Camacho as stunt coordinators, and so maybe they go in a different tier. Spiro Rosados is in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know if he's ever going to have enough tags to get into this, the kind of the levels that those two are in. But I was thinking about maybe doing different tiers or something like that, where you've got an actors club, a stunt coordinator club, and then, studio club or something like that. So we'll see. Of course, I'm always happy to hear what other people think about those kinds of things as well. And then the YouTube channel. I'm debating if I'm going to maybe do a video this week. So full disclosure, I'm going to doing a same-day round trip to Chicago to see a White Sox game. So if you know me as a baseball fan, I'm trying to go to as many parks as I can. And recently, I've really kind of been putting the push on to see as many as possible. So this would be park number 14 for me if I make it there. If nothing happens with the plane getting delayed and all of that stuff. So again, talking about counting chickens before they hatch, right? If there's a delay on that flight, I'll miss the game and that'll be it. So it won't happen. That's one of the difficult things when you do the same-day round trip, like I try to pull off. The other thing is the White Sox. I discovered just now that they have a very onerous bag policy. So pretty much the most onerous bag policies of most teams would be like for example, like the Phillies, where you have to have a clear plastic bag to go into the park. But they don't care what kind of clear plastic bag. So I have these drawstring clear bags that I take in, and the Phillies seem okay with them. The Orioles, Baltimore Orioles were okay with them. Mets like them, Yankees, all the parks around here, they're okay with them. And a lot of parks online, when I was looking, they're okay with a clear tote bag. But the White Sox, no, which I guess gives you kind of a sense of what that franchise is all about. If there are any White Sox fans out there, I apologize. But one of the things for me, I feel like the Yankees let you bring a backpack in to watch their games. And it feels like if the Yankees let you do something, then that should be it. That should be the standard. If the team that wins 27 world championships, right now Aaron Judge has he's going up their all-time home run list. You look at their all-time home run list, and it's like Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, DiMaggio. When you have names like that on your all-time home run list, that's it. You set the standard, and all the other ballparks should just do what the Yankees do. But anyway, rant over. But all that to say, it's possible by the time I get through this week, I might be too tired to get a YouTube video up. I should get another YouTube video up just because it's been a while. The numbers have kind of dipped a little bit since I haven't been doing a new one. I mean, obviously all the podcasts are on the YouTube channel as well, but they don't do the kind of views that the original videos do. So I'll probably get something up there as soon as possible. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think that is everything. I did record a podcast with John from After Movie Diner where we it was actually for his PM podcast where we did our Rick Pepin episode. So we talked about Dark Breed. So keep an eye out for that. You should be subscribed to the PM Entertainment Pod anyway, because that should be coming out at some point in the near future. Also, I did one with him where we looked at what was the two movies. Britney and Wrath of Britney, I think is what they're called. So keep an eye out for those as well. At some point, he'll probably put those up too. But yeah, the collaborations with John have been fantastic. So yeah, I'm looking to have him back on the pod in the near future as well. We've got some stuff in mind. So we just got to get that recorded, So keep an eye out here because he should be on again soon as well. So that's future stuff that I've got coming up. And then of course my books, Nadia and Aiden, that is out. You can get that Kindle Unlimited, and paperback from Amazon. Also, any of my books, the link to my author page is in the podcast description. Always happy to have people check those out. New book is going to be coming out probably, I'm targeting November. I think previous podcast episode I was saying 29 was going to be, because I'd started reading 29 and I was really enjoying it and thought, okay, this is going to work. But then as I was getting further in, I see it's still got more work. So that's probably one for next year. So I think the one that's going to come out this year is Mark and Sales. Mark and Sales is kind of not really exactly a sequel to Chad and Counting, but it's still in that world, that universe of Chad and Accounting. So it's about a guy who sells health insurance. Kind of a topic that is a little bit current right now. So and I do bring in some current events from what's been happening into the book. So definitely excited for people to check that out. I think one more read through, I think it should be good to go. So targeting November for that, so keep an eye out for that as well. All right, we are already almost at 10 minutes here, so let's call this good. I am going to, we'll have John from After Movie Diner play in our theme song, and then when we come back after the theme song, Ty from Comeuppance is on. We're going to be looking at Morgan Freeman on the Skids. welcome back to the Direct-to-Video Connoisseur podcast. As always, this is Matt, and I am joined once again by Ty from Comeuppance for his monthly spot. Welcome back, Ty.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Thanks for having me back. Going right to the impressions.
Yes.
But thanks for having me back. Something.
Well, no, and so 2 episodes ago when we did Eckhart on the Skids ? Will from Exploding Helicopter said that the On the Skids series is his favorite. So I think we are really delivering here today because
oh my goodness,
yes, and we've got Morgan Freeman, aka Morgy, on the Skids.
Yes,
so
Morgy on the Skids.
This is our first Oscar winner, right? Because Malkovich was nominated for an Oscar. I don't think he ever won, did he?
Yeah, I know. He should have won for Knockaround Guys, but he was never nominated.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Like, his voice and hair in that is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, he had that great line in Knockaround Guys, which is, what was it? She was older than you, kid. Tougher too. It's like, okay, that was good.
Right.
Good one.
Yes.
Classic. Yeah. But yeah, he is our first Oscar actor on this pod.
Yes, yeah, so the 2 movies we're going to be talking about with Morgan Freeman are 57 Seconds, which people have been listening to me as I've been teasing this episode in my cold opens for nice. Yeah, every time I'm like talking about you coming back on and everything. Actually, no, it's not this one. It's the Philippi Factory Part 2 with Cam Gigandet. I kept forgetting how many hours or minutes or whatever that movie was. So I'm going to get 57 seconds wrong quite a bit too. So just warning for everybody: 57 seconds, 57 minutes, 57 hours. It's 57 seconds.
We did a lot of numbers this year. We did that. Alec Baldwin on the Skids.
Right.
97 minutes, right?
97 minutes. So that's interesting. So we've done minutes, hours, and seconds. So we've done all.
Wow.
Yeah. So we need days. We need something that's like days. We need one that's a number of days.
Maybe it'll be like a Chad Michael Collins and a Malky together. Or
right. Yeah. There's got to be one of those.
8 days. Yes.
And then our second movie is Gunner with the oldest of the Hemsworth brothers, Luke Hemsworth. And this, I don't know about you. Did you know this going in? For me, it was a backdoor Randall scandal. I had no idea it was a Randall scandal.
No, yeah, it was a Randall scandal. He snuck that in.
Yes.
It was like, I got it from the library. It was like, the Gunners at the library? Right. No. Right. I was just kidding. I just typed it in for fun. It's there?
Right.
I watched it?
Yes, right. If Randall Scandal ever went into a library, you know how people joke about if they went into a church, they're so bad that they would just catch on fire immediately? Yep. I feel like if Randall Scandal went into a librry, he'd catch on fire immediately.
All the books would melt.
Right, exactly.
And it would look like ghostly faces of like all the old people, like De Niro and Travolta, like people and like, whoa,
yeah,
oh geez,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I roll it.
Exactly. And then we're going to wrap the episode with our spotlight on a fight, which is the end fight in Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Fantastic fight. I rewatched it last night.
Yeah. A thing of beauty. One that I wasn't thinking about. We probably should have gotten on sooner, but it's one of those ones that it's on YouTube. So for people listening, you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. I mean, to be honest, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't really think it spoils anything. If you
not really,
the end fight's going to make you want to watch it, kind of like Undefeatable, right? The end fight makes you want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I mean, like, as I mentioned to you yesterday on a message, so I'm trying to get the unrated version of Showdown in Little Tokyo. It's nothing but trouble.
Right.
So,
yes.
I'm still. I had a hot lead for a second, and then the guy didn't give. He's like, "This is just a stock photo." It's like, no, just give me the disc picture and the back of the DVD, and I'll believe you.
Right.
Like, he couldn't even do that. It's like, didn't forget you, man.
Yeah.
It's like, so back, and now I'm back to square one.
Yeah, it's a wild world out there. It's I've been talking with people about this just in general, like you don't know what you're reading on Facebook. It's like AI generated bots that say happy birthday Dolph Lundgren on May 3rd. It's like, no, he was born in November. None of this is right. Or it's just like
I was born in November. It's like, not June. They said AI.
Exactly.
But I was thinking of this is what kind of insane, I guess, maybe. Is that Brian Benben, the co-star.
Oh yes, yeah.
Of Comeuppance. It's like, what a weird last name.
Yes.
Like, what does it say? Dolph has his original name, which was Hans, right?
Yeah.
So he could have been Hans Dolph.
Right.
And then Ben. It's like, is that, I guess Ben could be someone's last name, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're Matt.
Right.
If you had, like, could that be a last name?
Right. Well, because it's got to be a shortened version, right? So it's like it can't be like Matthew. It's got to be Matt, like as Ben, right, for Benjamin. Yeah. Ben. Yeah. I mean, because, I don't know, like English last names are a little different from like in Germany. I know a lot of the last names in Germany came because when Napoleon conquered the area, he made everybody take last names. So you get some ridiculous last names. I think my German professor is telling me that one person's last name translated to puke in the corner, something like that. Right. Because what it was these people picked these ridiculous last names, not realizing like, generations down the road, their families are going to keep these last names and have to use them for things. But the English, they don't really do that, right? They're usually like, it's a job, right? Like Taylor or something, or like John's son or something like that. Like they all make sense. But Ben, yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. We'd have to find out from him where that came from.
Plus, he's kind of annoying in the movie, but they're right.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think we talked about it before. Like, like Ben.
No.
But that's his character. Well, I was trying to watch Dream On a few months ago, and then I jumped off the Dream On train. It's on Roku channel, unrated or uncut episodes.
Oh wow!
And it's like, I really should just keep on. It's not very funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's something. I mean, like.
That's kind of squares a little bit because HBO and HBO Max, they haven't really leaned into their old shows that much.
They really should.
Yeah, I think Oz might be the oldest of their shows I don't even know if that one's on Max, but yeah, it's great that it's on the Roku channel because I mean, there's like things like Real Sex, Taxi Cab Confessionals, all that stuff that really made HBO. Those. Yeah, none of that stuff's on Max. It's almost whenever you see those lists of like best HBO shows ever, it's usually like people who don't realize that there was an HBO before Sopranos, and
that's true. Yeah, forget about that.
Yeah,
Taxi Cab Confessions. It's like Here we go. It's like
right.
I mean, that's such a wacky idea for a show. I mean, I don't think it could do Uber confessions today, I guess. But
yes.
It's probably not as fun.
No. Well, because part of the deal with the taxi cab, at least here in Philadelphia, the reason why we had to switch to Uber and Lyft is that the cabs were always trying to scam us. So they either do the long haul where they take you the long way. And the last straw for me was I needed to get a cab to the airport at 3 a.m, and I get in the cab, and the guy's like, "You gonna pay with cash?" And I was like, "Well, no, I'm paying with my card." Because I think I was going for work, so I needed the receipt and all that stuff. I was like,
"Right, yeah, I need it."
Yeah, so I was like, "No, I'm paying with my card." He's like, "Well, then you got to do the airport rate." I'm like, "Well, we live so close to the airport that the airport rate is more expensive." And I'm like, "Well, no, you just run the meter." And he was like, and it was just like one of those things where I had to get to the airport, so I couldn't argue with him. I was like, "Fine, that's it. No more cabs." But I was, you get, try to get a cab from a ball game. Oh, I'm not turning on the meter. What do you mean you're not turning on the meter? Or it's like, my wife and I got a cab from the airport one time to when we were living in the suburbs, fast meter. Just like we're just like watching the dial spin up, and it's like. I wanted to support cab drivers for the longest time, but it's like, hey, I go on Lyft or I go on Uber and it tells me the price and that's it,
Exactly. Like it's a lot easier now.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. You ever watch that shows about Uber or Lyft?
No, I haven't. No.
It was called Super Pumped. It was on Showtime a couple of years ago. It had Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the guy who invented Uber Lyft or whatever.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you want something that's relentlessly okay on Showtime, it might not even be. It might be gone. I think sometimes they just get rid of shows.
It looks like it's on Netflix now.
Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a movie. It's called The Princess. And it was a Hulu exclusive movie, and then it just went away. It's like it's gone.
Yeah.
It started Joey King and Olga Kurylenko. I always wanted to see it, but they just got rid of it.
Yeah. Well, it's like Paramount Plus, which would be what Showtime would be. They had this really great mini series on soft rock. So not like the yacht rock thing that came out that's on HBO that Bill Simmons did, but soft rock, it was like kind of a similar thing, but it was a little bit better approach to it. And it was really great. I mean, they interviewed all kinds of different acts and singers from that time and everything. And Paramount Plus just got rid of it, and there's no way to get it. You can't see it anywhere else. It was like a 3-part miniseries.
That's crazy. It's like, what does it cost to stream that? I mean, like the Yacht Rock thing is interesting because is there a lot of Michael McDonald on the Yacht Rock?
Yeah, so the Yacht Rock one, yeah. So it's got Michael McDonald, Christopher Cross. The guys from
Right.
Steely Dan refused to be a part, and then it's got the guys from Toto, like Steve
Oh,
Lukather.
okay.
But see, it's interesting because the Yacht Rock one tries to shoehorn the whole movement into this whole thing of like everybody wanting to sound like Steely Dan or something. But whereas like the soft rock one was kind of like, these acts like did music that was like, on the lighter side, but then they also, would do stuff like, like Toto would do Rosanna or something like that. It was like, I don't know, it was a better approach. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great song.
Yes.
And what's the thing I'm thinking of Michael McDonald? It's the classic song from The Running Scared, Billy Crystal.
Yes. Why, sweet freedom. Yeah. I've got the magic. You're right where I want to be.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that, Michael McCall. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just I can't. I
don't remember any of the lyrics because it was like, yeah,
it's like you said the freedom, right, be free.
Right. Like the video, he's like singing with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. They're like,
yeah,
my sweet freedom, shine your light on me. Magic.
It's magic is what I want to be.
Right, exactly. Magic, baby. Yeah. They said in the Yacht Rock thing that was like the last official Yacht Rock song was Sweet Freedom. I don't know. Like you see, that's the thing I think with some of the soft rock stuff, like, yeah, they left out some of the ones like, the Sometimes When We Touch song. That was,
because Yacht Rock's kind of new.
Right.
Like a new idea, isn't it?
Exactly. It was like these two guys that made like I don't even know if it was a YouTube thing, because it might have been before. It was like a web series where essentially they're saying Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins were like driving yachts and like getting into fights with Hall & Oates and like Jimmy Buffett and stuff like that. And so
cheeseburger in paradise.
Right, exactly. I think it shows him eating a cheeseburger, Jimmy Buffett in the video. So it was like this concept. And then I think like younger music fans who just got a kick out of like these guys with beards and big hair were just like, yeah, Yacht Rock, yeah, it's great, and it's
yeah, it's like Keanu, like, yeah,
right, exactly.
Yacht Rock,
right, exactly.
I am interested. Because he's usually not interested in talking to that Italian guy in the second one,
right?
Not interested in Yacht Rock.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if Keanu would be, because Keanu's from that age group where it was like one of in the mid 60s where like they thought that stuff was horrible, right? That was like what their parents listened to. They just couldn't handle it, So I wonder if he hears Yacht Rock, like I know like Anthony Bourdain, he was born like I think 56 or 57. He hears that stuff. When he would hear that stuff, it would like just make him crazy. He was like, I can't,
right. He was tough like that. He got that guy.
Yeah,
he did not like anything, and he died.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what the equivalent of Yacht Rock would be for us. Like, I think that like that Shaggy "It Wasn't Me" song. Like,
okay,
like
I think of like new metal. That's not really. That's more new metal.
Oh, maybe new metal too. Yeah, like Puddle of Mud or something like that. Like if you heard that,
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, cut you off.
No. I was gonna say that kind of thing. If you heard it, you'd be like, oh, I don't want. Yeah. Like when I was visiting my family recently, my parents were listening to like the regular rock station, and they were playing, the "Can You Take It All Away?" they were playing that one, and I was just like listening to it with my parents, and I'm like, man, like 20 years later, this hasn't grown on me at all. It's still, just like, take it all away here.
Yeah, that was the Mudsters, right?
Right, the Puddle of Mud, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, like, because I think I said this joke before. I'll just say it again because I probably knew material, but I always thought that guy who sang for Puddle of Mud was Jason Mewes.
Oh, right. Yes, you mentioned.
I think I said it like 5 times.
No, but that's still awesome. It never gets old. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Because I was watching. Well, what's the one not Blurry, or maybe it was Blurry.
No, so Blurry was the one I was singing. That's right. The other one was
Take It On the
Right. Yeah, right. What was?
Well, that's Watch a Man Apart. Let's move. That's I watch the trailer all day.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, what was the other one? Because that's right. They had the other one that was like Psycho, right? Psycho.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Is that what it was, or was there another one? There was another one too, wasn't there? Other than the.
Well, they had the one where it's like, it's kind of like. Not for children, right? It's not for like hearing you with adults. It's like
yes, yeah.
I forget what it's called. Oh, Tell it to me, do tell it to me.
Right.
That one, or what's it called?
Yeah.
Not the way, no.
Right. Right.
Very popular.
Yes,
Very
I
popular.
can't think of, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I
it's
don't remember the title
yeah.
now, but
No.
um,
But it's like when you hear that stuff, I think that's what people that were born like in the, and people listening who who were born in the late 50s into the 60s can let us know if we're right about this. But I think that's like it's the same thing. Like when they hear the
yeah,
yacht
it's
rock stuff,
interesting.
it's like what we I was walking past this Mexican restaurant near us. And they were playing Shaggy. It wasn't me because I think the kids that worked there all would have been born like in the 90s. So for them, it would have been like, as a kid, they would have been hearing and they have a nostalgia. But for me, it's like I've heard that song more than I ever need to for the rest of my life.
So true.
Right?
So true. And it was funny because I was at, I don't know if you have this store in Philadelphia called Ocean State Job Lot.
Oh, I think there's one in South Jersey, I think.
Okay.
But,
so you've probably been
but I
there.
remember I've been to ones in Portsmouth, New Hampshire visiting my family because the Circuit City in Portsmouth, New Hampshire was converted into an Ocean State Job Lot. So like, the big red plug that
classic Circuit City.
Right. It says Ocean State Job Lot now. It's like an old Pizza Hut that was converted into a Chinese restaurant or something. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many conversions.
I know. Yeah.
And I was at the Job Lot, and they were playing a pretty rockin' tune there, which was the Romantics, "Talking in Your Sleep."
Oh yes, yeah.
Awesome song. It's like you're talking in your sleep. It's like
right.
It's like good song. It was like I was rocking out. I went to the Job Lot. It's like just picking up some pasta noodles. Right. It's like it was really catchy because now I don't remember all the lyrics, but it was very catchy at the time.
Yeah. Some of those ones are just kind of timeless. They just, they're always good. You hear them and it's like, yeah. There was one like that recently that I had a similar deal where I heard it and I was like, oh, this is great. I could stay, because the other thing too, right, is that like when you hear them in the store, there's a sense of like you want to stay and listen. And then you realize like, well, I could just play it on Spotify when I get home. I don't know if it's the same thing though, as like when you're there and you hear it.
It doesn't work because you're at a different location that's not home.
Right.
It's like, well, let me look at that lyrics for Talking in Your Sleep because it's like, not that this is going to be becoming a singing episode.
Yeah. Well, because I was like, tell me that you want me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
right. And I know that I'm right because I hear it in the. Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear
the secrets that you keep.
Yeah. I used to talk about the Jason Mewes thing, for Puddle of Mud. I used to think that Glenn Tilbrook from the Squeeze was the guy who sang that song. My friend was like, no, they're not the same person. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
And that was Squeeze is the band that was the popular song.
Right. They had Tempted by the Fruit of Another.
That's it. Yeah,
right. And that was
by the fruit of another. Is
right.
That
and that was
song?
Yeah. And that was is it not Nick? Is it Nick Carrick or Mike Carrick? Maybe it's Mike Carrick. Who was in did Mike and the Mechanics, and he was also in that group Ace. They did the How Long Has This Been Going On? But
I think I've heard that. Yeah,
actually, I think Mike Carrick is the
How long has it been going on?
Right. So I guess that's yacht rock, right? That's Ace, but
that would count as a yacht rock. Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So I thought Paul Carrick. Paul Carrick is his name. Okay, so Paul Carrick, he was in Ace, and then he went to the Squeeze, and he did Tempted by the Fruit of Another. So like Glenn Tilbrook sang a couple of verses on that, but it was mostly him. Then he did the Silent Runnings. Can you hear me? But I think that was with Mike and the Mechanics. That was
okay.
So Mike Rutherford from Genesis formed Mike and the Mechanics, and he did Paul Carrick. So he's like all over the place. Paul Carrick he's just everywhere.
See, you're an expert at these band member names. I only know Jeff Tweedy, so just like and maybe Don Dokken. That's about it.
Don Dokken. Well, yeah, Don Dokken and George Lynch. Those are the two from Dokken that I know. I mean,
I only know about Dokken.
Oh, yeah. But that's I mean, I guess because there's another guy. There was another guy in Dokken. Who I think he might have been the drummer or something when MTV did their hairband show, like they did like I Love the '80s, or they did like something about the '80s, and then they did like the '80s Revenge of the Hairbands, or something. It was like a second thing on MTV, not like the VH1 I Love the '80s, but it was like their own like kind of thing. And with the hairband one, I think they were interviewing the guy from Dokken, and he was saying something because he had kids that were older, and he was like, I don't know, it was like some ridiculous thing about talking about how his kids like listen to his music and think it's just like ridiculous and it's horrible. So it was like that. And he was like, yeah, man, just know your old man can still kick your ass or something like that. I can't remember, something along those lines. But
well, I mean, Into the Fire is a quality song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you can put it out today.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, and In My Dreams, I mean, that's just George Lynch's guitar solo. That's just
It's too good.
Yeah, you can't do wrong with Dokken now.
Yeah, you can never can. No. Never can. And George Lynch was at Chiller this past April.
Oh, was he because of the Nightmare on Elm Street connection, or was he just?
Actually, I didn't even thought about that. But yeah, he was there. It was an amazing lineup.
Yeah,
and no one wanted to go, I guess. But it's like because in that lineup of April, everyone was March or April, but it was George Lynch, which is amazing. You could stop there,
right?
But then you had Eric Roberts, Michael Madsen, the late Michael Madsen now,
right?
Michael Biehn and Gina Gershon.
Jeez.
It's like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
it's like,
what a crew.
I mean, like this year's not bad either. They have Tara Reid for October, and Mina Savari, which I hear she's really cool at these conventions.
Oh, nice.
And who else is going to be there? Reginald Vell Johnson.
Nice.
And Steve Rail's back. It's really good. And Devoff, I think.
Rail's back. Oh, man.
Yeah, Rail's back. And Jamie Farr's back.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it last time.
Nice.
But I don't think we're going to go this time, but we're shooting for the April one. So hopefully Eric Roberts will be back or someone like that.
Yeah.
Tara Reid, I mean, or Bai Ling.
Oh, Bai Ling would be.
Please Bai Ling come in April. Oh my, I hear she's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so some of those would be fantastic. The Michael Madsen thing, it kind of brings up kind of a macabre thing. I remember my brother-in-law asked me if they live in New England, and he asked me if I wanted. I can't remember who the band was, but he was like, "Do you want to go to this concert with me?" And I was like, I don't think I'll be able to. Oh, because I couldn't make it up that weekend to do that because I was watching a baseball game down here in Philly. I already had tickets to that. But he was like, okay, that sounds good. He's like, yeah, I'm just kind of on this I don't even call it a tour or like a mission to see them all before they die. Essentially, it's like going to see all of these older acts before they pass away. And it is the kind of the reality right now. Is that if you don't see a certain person that's older, like I saw people go to see James Tolkien. I mean, hopefully he lives for a long time after this.
Yeah.
But he definitely he's up there in age, and it's like if you get a chance to see him. I mean, the guy we're talking about today here, Morgan Freeman, he's like in his late 80s.
And he's still working and making these kind of cruds.
Exactly.
And it's like I kind of felt bad for him. Just like
right. Yeah, well, it's like with the one you went to recently where you missed out on Lee Majors because he bagged out. It's like
it's old.
Yeah,
I missed out on Tripicon for Lee Majors. Trust me, he would be getting Keaton's Cop. And then I thought, wait a second, I should give him Chinatown Connection.
Yes,
Lee Majors the second.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Yes,
it's like, look, it's your son, maybe.
Yeah. God, can you imagine if he corrected you? He was like, that wasn't me, that was my son. This. Yeah,
that would be. I mean, like I thought of that like last week, but it's like wait a second, that would have been funny. You never know, he might come back. Once he bowed out, that's when Lindsay Wagner bowed out. But I had a great time, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do a quick. What are we watching?
Yeah,
lately?
what have I been watching? I watched The Racer.
Okay,
we watched The Racer. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yes, you mentioned that. Yeah.
And then I watched that video about the butchering, censoring of a racer on YouTube from GNC Films. But I'm going back to more Arnold because it's like I'm trying to see if I can work on the impression.
Yeah.
He goes, get down. It goes, blah, 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 when he's like on the airplane.
Yes.
And it's like, that's funny. So I'm gonna rent Collateral Damage and give that another chance. I didn't remember not really liking it, but it's just like I don't think it delivers that's my memory.
Yeah, I don't remember it. Those later ones, they don't hold up as well. I think people talk about like maybe True Lies being the apex.
I'm sorry, you cut off for a second?
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, it sounds like True Lies is kind of the apex, I think, of his stuff, maybe. I don't know. Eraser is another good one, yeah.
It's classic, in quotes, Dax Shepard movie called Hit and Run. I never ever watched that or not.
I've heard of it. I never saw it. I haven't seen as much Dax Shepard. I think I remember him in Idiocracy, but...
Okay, so it's hard. It's in the right place.
Yeah,
I'll give it. I thought it was just okay. I mean, but because he's the age of where he likes Smokey and the Bandit, stuff like that. It's like Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
So it's him and Kristen Bell. It makes sense how he got her in the movie.
That's right.
So it's like,
yes, that's right.
And they have to go back to LA to like help her get a job, and like there's other cameos. Jason Bateman. Tom Arnold, Kristen Chenoweth. They're all kind of hanging around. It's okay. I mean, and Bradley Cooper's the villain. He looks like he's like a Rastafarian homie guy in it.
That could be interesting.
He's probably the best part, but the plot is very meandering. You don't really care.
Yeah.
Like if you just had an actual plot to care about, I think it would have been a better movie. So give me something. Give me a plot. Give me Bradley Cooper being more evil or something.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, right? Is that you sometimes you get these movies where they're kind of more like this collaborative thing where everybody's just having a good time, and
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just something a bit more streamlined. That's all you had to do.
Yeah,
and like pretty simple. I mean, like, but I get it. You want to be like Smoking the Bandit. Smoking the Bandit's kind of a meandering kind of movie too. It's just like he's just driving around with an elephant, or was it the second one?
But I guess the second one, because you don't want to call poor what was why am I drawing a blank on her name? Sally Field.
Sally Field?
Yes, I'm going to draw a blank on Sally Field. Yeah.
So what is with that Sally Field? Like, you like me, you really like me. It's just like, I know people didn't like that at the time, but was that really that annoying? Or?
Well, because back then, if you did something like that, it was a bigger deal. Like nowadays, you can get passings. I mean, like how much I guess we still kind of talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, but like
Christopher Rock. We want to call him Christopher Rock.
Let's call him Christopher Rock. Yeah, it's a bid for series. Wait, Christopher Rockland? Would you have to add on to Rock too?
Sure, I love Christopher Rockland.
Christopher Rockland. That's his bid for series. But yeah, back then, like people were tougher on those things. Like if you did something like that, I mean, look at Sinead O'Connor. You know, she ripped the Pope's picture, and she was done forever. That was it. You know.
Yeah, if you did that today, I think you'd get away with it.
It would start off bad. It might be bad for you initially, but I mean, actually, with the Pope part of it, I don't think people care. Not as many people care about that as either. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you rip the new Pope, like, because the other thing too is with the new Pope. You know, because of the whole, the abuse scandals and all of that. Like, if somebody was a victim of that abuse and they ripped the Pope picture, you'd be like, yeah, I get it. You know, so yeah, I think it's a different environment now. But just like you're saying, I think if Sinead O'Connor did that now, maybe she would be screwed for like a year. But like, if she went out and started touring again after that, like people would flock to her shows.
Exactly, and then what? It's like people used to do wackier things. You know, what's the 90s?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe early 2000s. You know, look at Ashley Simpson. She was just talking about the lip syncing bit. Like, still talk about that, huh? Well, I guess it's 20 years old.
Right.
So I guess someone asked her about it. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's funny because on the one hand, maybe you could say that torpedoed her career, but on the other hand, it might just be that like she was already, it was, people were already kind of just like, whatever with Ashley Simpson after one album.
That's the thing. Yeah. It's like, man.
Right.
I mean, Jessica Simpson, I think last time I was on the podcast, I said I watched Blonde Ambition.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
Jessica Simpson, the classic with all the hilariously bad green screen.
Right.
It's like, why you want a green screen? Oh, never mind. I'll get mad about that again.
Exactly.
But it's like, why am I mad about that? It just looked like garbage. It's just kind of fun. And it was a Randall scandal.
Of course. Yeah. See, Randall scandal. I mean, we'll be talking about that in a little bit with the Randall scandal. He does not like a good green screen. He likes a bad green. I mean, you look at like the YouTube videos that I make where I'm using like a virtual green screen. It's like, that's what he's using for his movies. And you're like, that's not what it's one thing for me on my cheap YouTube videos to do that. But when you're making a movie with an Oscar winner like Morgan Freeman in it, it should behoove you to put more green screen in there. And he's just like, no, I'm not doing more green screen. No.
And what have you watched recently?
So I watched Dark Breed, because as we're recording this is not long after Rick Pepin passed away. And
I know. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and so I wanted to watch something in his honor, and I know he directed that. And I mean, it's crazy because and I think you've seen it, right? You were one of the reviews, I think. Yeah, because when I did my review, I mentioned you guys had already reviewed it. So you guys,
I actually have the tape right near me. I can see it. I think.
Oh, nice. Is it the one with Scalia on the cover, or is it the Jonathan Banks Scalia version?
I think it's the Jonathan Banks Scalia. It's a green tape.
Right. Okay. The half and half. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Because I think the one that I used for my cover from IMDb was the DVD version. But when I logged it on Letterboxd, they used that VHS version with the split with the two of them.
Yeah, it's interesting how that changes from time to time.
Yeah.
Classic boxed.
Right, exactly. Like an old
VOX apostrophe D apostrophe.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I was looking at
Right.
people's some not you guys' reviews, but like just like sort of just user reviews on Letterboxd or IMDb, and people were like, "Oh, it's just like a Predator ripoff," or and it's like, yes, it's pulling things from Predator and Aliens, but those action sequences are just so ridiculous that like you can't. I was it was impossible for me to come away from that movie being like that was a ripoff of anything when like
That's a good point.
yeah.
I need to rewatch it. Yeah, it's right there. I should just take it. If you saw my where my tapes are, I'll take a picture one day.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, oh dear.
yeah. It's
Get a shelf.
right. Well, because you've got such a big collection that, like, if you ever did your own YouTube channel, see, like, one of the things for me is my collection isn't as big. Like, I left a lot of stuff at my parents,
Mhm.
and so then I've got stuff here. I've got to, I've got to fish it out. But I don't, the office here is really messy, so I've got it all in bins. But like the really good YouTube channels, if you watch it, they've got like these huge, like these shelves,
Yeah.
and and it's like you just see this beautiful, like shelves of videos and stuff. And so that would be, I would say, I mean, obviously, if you wanted to be more organized, that would be another, or if it, like for your peace of mind to have them on a shelf, that would be one thing. But I think also too, if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, you've got like the makings with your collection that you could just
Yeah, I would love to do that one day, but the problem is my schedule
yeah, so yeah,
for work stuff is pretty nuts though.
yeah,
And it gives me about no time for anything.
right. I'm
Which
the
is
same
fine.
way.
I don't mind. I like my job.
Yeah, well, because
But it gives me limited time.
no, and so like the best you can
Yeah.
do is when you get new tapes, you just set them somewhere. That's kind of how I am
Exactly.
too. I'm the same way. I
Exactly.
that's why
Yeah.
mine are mostly in a bin, and if I take them out of a bin, they almost never go back. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totally get it.
Other part, like there's no order. I mean, the only thing that's in order for these tapes is the Relentless movies. So I have 1 through 4.
Oh, nice.
Good old. I almost said Leo Fong. Leo Rossi.
Little Rossi, yeah.
Leo Fong is great too.
Again, that is a time, in the 1990s where a Leo Rossi could have a direct-to-video franchise.
Yeah,
And
that's amazing.
it's just such a great. I mean, technically, I guess he had two. Because I don't know if the Fast Getaways, if those were. I think
I guess I'll count that. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen them, but I know of them. Never had a chance to check those out.
Yeah. So Cynthia Rothrock, I think she was. I don't know if she was in both of them or just the first one.
She
but
was, yeah. The Hamster.
The Hamster, yeah, the Hamster's in there, and Leo Rossi, and yeah. I mean, they do the trick. Like, they're not like any like, they're not gonna change your life or anything like that. But it's like,
Right.
if you're a fan of Rossi, you like Haim, you like Rothrock. You watch it and it's like, okay, I enjoy watching the 3 of them in a movie. I'll go for it. I think Spiro Rosatos might have done action directing on one of those too, actually.
I need to maybe just kind of watch those. I think they just kind of slipped by in my Rothrock life.
Yes.
I'm going to rewatch Guardian Angel eventually. That should be a fun one.
Yes, yeah.
PM. But you want to go to Morgy? I mean,
well, yeah. We'll get it on our Morgies here. So, I mean, wow.
Well, it's up to you. You want to?
No, I think that's a good idea. I'll just quickly say, yeah, it doesn't look like it looks like Rothrock was just in the first Fast Getaway. So yeah.
She wasn't the second one. Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah. So I can't remember if her character gets killed. I remember exactly what happened.
You can tell me. I don't care.
Spiro Rosatos directed Fast Getaway. He was the actual director, not even action director. So
wow.
Yeah. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah.
Wow.
So I know exactly. Yeah. So
I haven't that lately.
Yeah.
I don't think that Owen Wilson. What's he working on?
So he was doing those Loki shows.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
On Marvel. Yeah. So I only saw the first season. I have to check out the second one. But I mean, he's very Owen Wilson on the first season, which is kind of funny to see him acting opposite Tom Hiddleston, who's very Tom Hiddleston.
Right,
like,
right. I call him Tom Hiddlesticks.
Hiddlesticks, right? So, yeah. So it's like he's like, wow, look at you, Loki. You're coming in here doing all kinds of Loki stuff, and then Loki. I don't know if I can do a good Hiddleston, but he's like, oh my god, Owen Wilson just doing all kinds of Owen Wilson. And I can't really do a good Hiddleston. Yeah, I can't believe I'm
Tom Hiddlesticks and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch, yes. Yeah, that would be a good team-up Marvel movie. Would be Loki and Doctor Strange. Yeah.
I'm sure they haven't done that in one of these like multiverse things.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that Cumberbatch's
that.
character speaks with an American accent. So
yeah.
So it would, but maybe he could be like an alternate universe version who speaks with his English accent. Yeah,
that would be nice. I think he might have borrowed that accent from Hugh Laurie.
I was gonna say
a lot like House.
Yeah, the House accent. I mean, when we get into these movies here, we're gonna be talking about here too. I think Luke Hemsworth's accent is a little bit of a trip too. But yeah, the House one is a trip because it's just like, what accent even is that? Like, yeah,
it's an amazing accent. I mean, I love watching House, and first season's fantastic.
Yeah,
the whole show's pretty good. Have you ever watched House?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because I had some friends that liked it, so it was like, was it on Monday nights? Was that when it was on?
Oh, good memory.
I think So I had some friends that were fans of. So when we would hang out, we would watch it on a Monday night, and so I remember watching episodes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the like it's kind of like a I'm trying to think of not a mini series, but it's like what's the word I'm thinking of? An arc. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the arc with has how do you say Chai McBride? He's like the villain. Do you remember this? He plays this guy named Edward Vogler.
No,
I think episodes.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit later than I was. So I watched
season one. It's only season one.
Oh, that was season one. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do.
I love that bit. I actually just watched those episodes.
Yeah,
it's like 5 episodes. And it's like it's awesome. He's so so good, and Edward Bowler is like and he's going against Gregory Howe. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's like his writing is just so sharp. It's like it made the show just a high quality, and they don't have a villain anymore, really. But because the villain is Gregory House.
Right, exactly. Right, that was like considered the idea, but
he's the actual enemy. But or did you ever see the Family Guy bit where House is on or Hugh Laurie?
No, I don't. No, that I didn't see. No, that sounds familiar.
What episode that is? But he plays himself. He plays House. It's funny.
Yeah,
because he doesn't play by the rules, so he throws the rule book out the window on Family Guy, and then Peter's like, "Oh, the rule book." It's like. And he goes House, and then he goes Roadhouse.
Right, that's right. Okay, maybe I do remember that.
House is that too. That was House, Roadhouse, that too. It's like I like that. That's funny. I think Family Guy is still funny. Morgy.
Yes, well, I was gonna say I think I did. So I realized with House, I came in a couple seasons in, so I did not see that John Cho, that arc. So
you didn't? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm kind of curious to check, but the one thing I always remember about House was that he did an award show with Zach Braff. They were both presenting an award together, and so Hugh Laurie was speaking in his natural English accent. And Zach Braff, because I guess, a lot of people, I didn't realize a lot of people didn't know that he had an English accent in real life. So Zach Braff was like, when Hugh Laurie was speaking, Zach Braff was like, "Oh, I didn't get the memo that we were talking in English accents. I guess I will just, it was like a whole big bit there. I got it, so.
His name is Hugh Laurie.
Right.
That is a very Britishy name.
Right, exactly.
Didn't think he was British, huh?
Yeah. No, right. No, I think he knew. I think Zach Braff knew, but I think they were playing on this joke that I guess a lot of fans of the show didn't know. They didn't know he was, So, so they were like, I know like some of my friends that had watched some BBC stuff were like, "Oh, he's definitely from England." I was like, "Oh, but it makes sense because that accent doesn't make a lot of sense."
Well, that's really cool. You watched House every Monday night for the rest of the series after like season 2 or 3?
No, it was like somewhere in the middle. So it was like so some of the middle seasons, I think it was.
Okay, and you watched every night. That's like it was like a ritual. That's really fun.
Right. It was like so like when I was living in like in Bangor or something for a summer with some friends, and we would watch it, and then I think it was one of those things that when I moved back home, it was kind of one of those things like we would. I don't know if we were using AIM. To message on it, or
AIM,
right? It might have been AIM, and like we were watching it and doing. I think it was something like that, or it might have been that like we would watch it and message it on or like post on each other's MySpace walls.
Amazing,
something along those lines. Yeah, because I remember watching it beyond that. So the funny thing I remember, you'll actually get a kick out of this, is that when I was there for that summer, it was like near the University of Maine. I was spending the summer up there with some friends, and we had like kind of a routine where we would watch whatever was on TV. And then Cheaters was on at 10 o'clock every night, 10 or 11 o'clock. And so I think it was Fear Factor and Cheaters, actually.
Wow, what a lineup.
Yeah, it was like every night, I think like 11 and 11:30 was Fear Factor and Cheaters. And it was like those old Cheaters, the ones where it was like, the guy with the, the old guy voice being like, "Oh, watch it, they're enjoying some libations before they go out for the next, then Joey Greco shows up with the 2 microphones on either side, and stuff.
Good old Joe Greco. So legend.
Yes.
And Gomez.
And Gomez, yeah. Oh God, what great guys! But yeah, I guess we'll get it. We buried the lead on Morgy here. This was
We did, yeah.
right. Everybody's coming here from Morgy.
Yes, so, we waited more. Oh wait, I lost my Morgy. Okay, here we go.
Yes. So of the two, we're going to start with 57 minutes.
Wait, is it seconds or minutes?
57 seconds. Yeah, remember, just like I mentioned earlier.
Wait, I forgot the title again.
Yeah, no. I warned earlier on that I'm gonna mess this thing up quite a bit, because actually, if it's 57 minutes, the whole story doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's seconds. It's seconds. I'm checking
57 seconds. Yeah. All right. I'll give a quick synopsis.
Sure.
Josh Hutcherson, who you may know from The Kids Are All Right and the Hunger Games series.
Right.
You can almost do a Skids on him. He's kind of, but I guess
he's, oh my God, he's falling off.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that shortly.
Right, he's definitely skids. But he's a health blogger who sneaks into an event that health tech guru Morgan Freeman is holding, and in the process of sneaking in, he saves Morgan Freeman's life when somebody tries to kill him. And he picks up this ring on the ground and discovers that if you touch the ring, it will move you back in time 57 seconds. Now, the thing is the ring needs to recharge, so it's not like you can just keep chaining 57 seconds, and go back an hour or two. You can only do the 57 seconds, and then you have to wait for it to recharge before you go back again. But anyway, at the same time, there's a guy from Ally McBeal is a drug czar, or a pharmaceutical.
Right, not Peter McNichol.
No, not Peter McNichol. Right, no, the other. Right, or Gil Bellows. Right, which guy was he on Ally McBeal?
I only remember. I only seen the ads of Ally McBeal with the dancing baby and the Peter McNichol.
Right.
So it's
no, it's a Greg Gorman. Greg Gorman from Ally McBeal. He played Richard Fish. He played Richard Fish on Ally McBeal. Yeah. So Richard Fish from Ally McBeal. He's this guy who owns this big pharmaceutical company that sold opioids that people got addicted to and ended up dying from. And so Hutcherson tries to go undercover with him so he can expose him because his sister was killed by him. So all this stuff, all this stuff happens. And then, of course, it all starts to unravel. And he's got to try to figure out if he can make all of this work. And at the same time, Morgan Freeman's kind of lurking around just doing Morgan Freeman-y things with what does he got with him? Is that a Darth Maul or
yeah.
Right. He has this mysterious person with him who looks like he could be a dark side Jedi, right? So maybe not Darth Maul, but yeah, I don't know what would be Darth something else, Darth Freeman, Darth Morgan,
Darth Ball or something like that.
Right, exactly. But
BAWL or something.
Yeah, so our hero Josh Hutcherson, he's got to figure it out. Of course, he's also met a girlfriend, so he's got a girlfriend in there, and he's rich and stuff like that. So all kinds of stuff is happening there. But Ty, what did you think of 57 seconds?
I didn't like it that much. I have to say, I thought it was pretty messy the whole time. It took a long time for it to really get moving.
Yeah.
Quickly, I don't know why. Just something about this is not good.
Yeah.
It's just I think the best part was the Lionsgate logo. It's just it was okay, but I mean, I think time travel is an interesting subject.
Yeah,
it's very hard to pull that off, I think.
Yeah,
and it was very similar to the movie called Next, Nicolas Cage.
Right. Yes, where he was psychic and he could dodge bullets.
Yeah, and he can go back 2 seconds in time.
Right. Yeah.
Like that, and I laughed at that. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Right.
2 seconds. It's I think Peter Falk hanging around. I need to rewatch Next.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't seen that one in forever. Yeah.
But I thought it was, and then they're wearing these weird space suits, and it's just okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just and I did like some of the ideas. I like the idea of the tri-band.
Yes.
That they were talking about, and the fake Apple Watches and stuff like that. Okay. Because I'm surprised they don't have fake Apple Watches here. We just have Apple Watch.
Right.
So what would that be? It would be like Zune, right?
Right, exactly. Well, right, because they're his own version of it that it can heal you, I guess is what he was saying, right? Or it can
it's an interesting idea. I give points for that originality. A watch that can heal you. You don't have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
They did talk about healthcare. Topical healthcare.
Right.
Because I think maybe our healthcare is maybe not going so well.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
it's a little, let's say, not around. It's like,
Right. Right. Well, because I think the thing with this movie is that it had, like you said, it was kind of all over the place. Like you've got
yeah, what? That was a problem.
Morgan Freeman here as this one character, and then you've got Richard Fish, or I should
Yep.
use his regular name, Greg Gorman, I think his name is.
Greg Gorman.
Greg
Yeah.
Gorman. He's this other character, and then you got Josh Hutcherson in the middle of it, and I think
Yep.
it works when you do like a sequel movie, like Spider-Man 1. It would be like if in Spider-Man 1 he was fighting against Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin, and you're like, well, who does he fight?
Okay.
And if like the Green Goblin just kind of hung out to the side and didn't do too much, and then showed up here and there, you'd be like, well, what are we doing with the Green Goblin here? And so there's that one piece that there was like too much going on with it. But then, like you mentioned, like about the whole, the medical industry and stuff like that, they're like these pieces that they kind of touch on, like, opioid addiction. They touch on it a little bit, but they don't fully get into it. Greg Gorman is this jerky pharmaceutical guy, but yet he's this billionaire pharmaceutical guy that essentially has 3 people that hang out with him, and they all live in a mansion with him, or they work from his mansion or something. Like, how does that work? When you run a big pharmaceutical company, don't you have like a big office somewhere and like a big, like a skyscraper, and you do all that kind of stuff? It was almost like,
exactly.
Yeah, it was
like, they're living in a basement. It's
right.
Like, I mean, they couldn't afford a skyscraper.
Right.
Like, they could afford Morgan Freeman somehow.
Right.
That took up maybe 95% of the budget. Another 5% goes to Hutcherson.
Right.
But it's like, it is a goofy spacesuit. It's like,
yeah.
I watched the Josh Hutcherson a few months ago, Long Gone Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, they play almost the full song of Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, really?
It's like, I'd say a good 80%.
Yeah.
It's like, pretty rocking for a Long Gone Heroes. Also not very good.
Right.
Not very good heroes.
Yeah, no, I was curious about that one, because that's got a lot of names in it. It's got Andy Garcia, Melissa Leo, Grillo. Is Grillo in it? Grillo?
I think Grillo's in it, but it takes it. First of all, I think it's near 2 hours.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Like, outrageous for a movie like that.
Yeah.
It's just like a kidnap rescue mission movie.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Snore. But it's okay. But I did like Jala. I was in Jala.
Oh, right, the girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
Yes.
You're likable.
Yeah, she was a cool character. She was one of the few things, right, that was really working in the movie.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, the one thing I did like was that Hutcherson, compared to this movie and the next one we'll be looking at, Gunner, Hutcherson was the only one who had enough star power to carry a scene with Morgan Freeman. I think that was one thing that I noticed, was that he could at least act opposite Morgan Freeman, and it wasn't like, wow, this guy's really out of place. I mean, that's a big difference from Armor. If with Armor, it was like Jason Patrick even couldn't really manage. I mean, granted, the two of them weren't in a scene together anyway. Stallone and Patrick,
not at all.
But like, because that's how Morgan Freeman felt here to me. It was the same way that like Stallone, where when I hear Stallone's voice in Armor, I'm like, this guy doesn't fit here. And you hear Morgan Freeman here talking to Josh Hutcherson about like direct to video movie kind of stuff, and you're just like, man, that's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's Morgan Freeman. Like, why are you here? And I thought, okay, it looks like he's going back in time a bit, Morgy, because let's talk Morgy for a second.
Right. Yeah.
And he plays Anton, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
And let's go all the way back to the classic Morgan Freeman direct-to-video movie, which, of course, it's Edison Force.
Edison Force, right.
And then you also have The Contract, which I rewatched recently, like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned you that, right? That was like the first of the Skids for Morgy.
Yeah, and when you mentioned The Contract, actually, I thought you're making a joke about the Randall Emmett scroll, because that's probably when he got him to sign the Emmett scroll was Edison Force.
Yes, and of course Morgy was on that for The Contract.
That's what
John Cusack.
Right.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I love the scroll. It's like, that's so The Contract. You've seen that, right? It's like,
I don't know if I have seen The Contract. Is that's like the 2010s, right? Is that like kind of earlier?
2006.
Oh, it's 2006. Oh, wow. So it's really far back. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my God, it's The Contract. It's like, trust me, when I was coming, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman and John Cusack. Oh,
and it's on Hulu. I may have to check this. I don't.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's like, but the money's on the screen. There's a really interesting. I heard it was a troubled production, The Contract. Right. Because Bruce Beresford's director of Driving Miss Daisy, that action-packed movie.
Oh, he directed that.
But it's he made it. He wrote a book about kind of making The Contract,
mm-hmm.
and it's called Josh. what's his name? Josh Hartnett wants to be in this movie or something.
Oh,
I want to read that because it sounds funny.
yeah.
So I was looking it up. I was looking up some AI spoilers because that's all we have now is AI.
Right.
And that's all they gave me was AI spoilers.
Yeah.
So because Josh Hartnett said he'll do the movie or whatever. I'm not sure if it's a contract, but he didn't want Bruce Beresford to direct the movie. It's like, well, hey, it's like, hey, Josh Hartnett, what's going on?
Right.
And then it's like, okay, I need to read that. Maybe it's an audiobook version too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the contract, and that's unfortunate, it's the start of the Morgy Skids.
Yes.
Then he came back for a while. Because have you seen his career lately, Morgy?
Well, so I know he's in that new. He's in the new or I don't know if it's a reboot or a sequel to the Now You See Me movies.
Right, I never saw that. I don't like what's his name?
Yeah, Jesse
Eisenberg.
Yeah, I mean, I saw I've seen the trailers for that, and I'm just like, what are we doing here with this? Like, what is going on there? Because it's like, yeah, like you said, Jesse Eisenberg is like what's his face? Woody Harrelson.
Of course, everyone's favorite Franco, Dave Franco,
right? From well, speaking of Scrubs, speaking of Zach Braff, right? Last season or kind of like this like additional tacked on season of Scrubs where. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah. So yeah, so I knew he was doing that. I guess he's got a TV movie called Lioness. Is that
well, the
TV
show
series?
on Paramount Plus.
Right. Okay.
Taylor Sheridan. That's all they have are Taylor Sheridan programs.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. When I was rocking out to Talking in Your Sleep, I was a job lot. They had the Yellowstone waffle maker.
Oh, nice.
And when you make your waffle, it has that Y symbol.
Oh,
it's like I almost bought it.
Yes.
It's like. But I don't want to give Taylor Sheridan money because it's like, he has enough money.
Right.
Like,
yeah, he's doing all right. Yeah.
He's doing fine. I thought it was funny, though.
Right.
It's like the Yellowstone waffle maker. That's hilarious.
I love that.
Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, so...
Yeah, I couldn't say about Linus. It's got Jill Wagner, the Mercury girl from the late 2000s. Well, of course, now she'd be the Mercury woman. Not good to call her the Mercury girl, but I remember, like in the 2000s, that was like a big deal. And then I guess I remember she was on the Blade TV series on TNT,
right?
As well,
with Sticky Fingers,
right? Exactly. It's like, God, yeah. I mean, like it's funny with Mara Shara. I'm saying the name wrong.
Marshala
Ali. Yeah. He's on the one hand. He's got his work cut out for him because he's got to outdo Wesley Snipes if he's going to be Blade. But on the other hand, he's got Sticky Fingers, which is not so hard to,
Well, we'll see. I mean, if he's not good at Sticky Fingers, then that's not good.
Yeah,
I never actually watched Blade this series yet. I've been sitting on it because I know it's kind of low rent.
Yeah,
but I mean, like maybe it's funny. It's like
it is kind of it is. I watched it a long time ago when it was on TNT because I was curious about it. I didn't see a lot of them, but I was curious about what it was about. And it's at that time, of course, like I wasn't going to like it at all anyway because I was like, well, it's it's not Wesley Snipes, like what So now it's long enough from it that maybe I might appreciate it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's thinking. Oh, don't forget to watch The Player, by the way. It's back on Tubi.
I know it's back there. Yes, I know. I got to see that.
I know, I got it. And then, but the thing about Sticky Fingers, it's like, isn't that interesting that they replaced Wesley Snipes with like rappers from his other movies? Because you have Tretch in the Art of War sequels.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you got Sticky Fingers for Blade.
Right, exactly.
But so going back to Morgy for his falling off section, you got Momentum. You ever see that?
Is that the one with Olga
Kurylenko?
Yeah, I haven't seen. I've been meaning to see that one. That's one I've been meaning to see.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like Olga Kurylenko. That was a decent way. He's in it for a little bit, Morgy. And then you got Poison Rose, which is the Randall Scandal, John Travolta.
Yeah.
And then you have, this is one of his worst ones, which is Vanquish.
Okay.
So it's him and Ruby Rose.
Oh, I think that was on Tubi for a little bit too. I meant to watch it. I was curious about it.
It's on the Roku channel now if you want to watch it. It's not great.
Okay.
It's very low. It's very poor.
Yeah.
You'll see if you watch it. Even at the beginning, it's like, okay, let's get this going. And then you have Paradise Highway. Did you ever see that yet? I think it's Grillo.
So I haven't. No, I'm behind on these on the Morgies. Actually, I probably should have seen some more of them because So that one it's a Grillo as well. It's
it's Juliette Binoche, Frank Grillo, and Morgan Freeman. Like Juliette Binoche plays a trucker,
that's
funny to me.
That just sounds insane. Yeah, that's just
I gotta watch it. We should have watched that instead of 57 seconds.
I know, yeah, exactly. Well,
we could fire up the freaking gorilla.
I know. Well, we could, hey, it's not like this is it for more. I mean, someone of more, because we were thinking about doing another Malky on the Skids at some point. I mean, we could even combine. We could combine. We could do a Malky and Morgy on the Skids, even if we
Malky and Morgy, yeah. Then we could go in and fire up some Grillo.
Yes, yeah. Because I mean, people enjoyed the on the Skids series, so
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I mean, and I mean, if people really dig the Morgy on the Skids, I mean, and we'd be happy to have people, if you're listening, let us know some suggestions that you have for on the Skids as well.
And we have a funny one for the next episode, which is it's beyond the Skids. Really, we'll say
right.
The Ritual Killer and The Minute You Wake Up Dead both have Cole Hauser.
Oh, right, yeah.
I watched The Ritual Killer about 2 years ago. I did a blind buy.
Yeah.
And Dr. Mackles, that's Morgan Freeman's name, Dr. Mackles. So right. It's not such a stupid name.
Yeah.
Dr. Mackles. And they say it out loud. It's like, Dr. Mackles, can you help me with this killer, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got 57 seconds, and of course, then you got Gunner.
Yeah.
So I guess he's just trying to work, I guess.
Right. He's just doing, how does it work, right? Because how does it work when you do something like, was he waiting around and he wasn't getting anything? Because he, maybe like he didn't know if they were going to make that sequel to the Now You See Me movies? Because I would think that would have paid more than all of these put together, but maybe not. I don't know.
I guess he just needs. It's a really good question for Morgan Freeman because he's getting up there in the age department.
Right.
Didn't you say he's in his late 80s? Well, he's born in 37.
Born in 37. So he turning 80, 85, 88 this year, or he turned 88 this year. He turned 88 back in June. He turned 88. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, I guess either he likes the work, or he's just like, maybe that's all. Randall Scandal will just give him everything he wanted. He's Morgan Freeman.
Well, because 57 Seconds wasn't a Randall Scandal. I looked into it. I was curious.
No. It's just a typical dumb movie.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know if maybe like I don't know if like he knew the director, for example, maybe, and he was going to help him out and do something here. I don't really know what got him in because I mean, well, I guess the other piece is the fact that Josh Hutcherson, and now I don't know who got who into the film, like if it was Josh Hutcherson was signed and Morgan Freeman saw that name and said, okay, I recognize him, or I mean, I feel like it would probably be more likely to be the other way around, like, oh, hey, Morgan Freeman's in this movie.
Like we have Morgan Freeman in this,
right? Like get Hutcherson, because Hutcherson is still like, despite the fact that again we talked about him being on the Skids, he is still a movie star. He was still doing the Hunger Games. It's not like when we see Kellen Lutz in something and he was doing the Twilight, it's like he was like a supporting character in the Twilight movies. I mean, Hutcherson was a big deal. I mean, he was, I don't know if maybe we'd say he's equal to Jennifer Lawrence at that time.
His third build at least after, what's his name? The other Hemsworth.
Right. That's right. Yes, that's right. We had the middle or the youngest Hemsworth. That's right.
Right. And what's his name? Daniel? I forget that.
No, Liam. He's
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam, yeah.
Because this is what I wrote down in my notes, which is if this came out in 2013, I think it would have gone to the theater.
Oh yeah,
like in January.
It probably would have been better. It probably would have been. They probably would have tacked a half hour onto the film. They probably would have made. They probably would have cleaned up the issues that we had in the story. There would have been a huge skyscraper that the pharmaceutical company would have been based out of. Yeah, I mean, all of that stuff would have been in there.
Yeah, because Hutcherson was a name back in 2013, a bigger name because it was right after Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You give him or something like that, or 2014 maybe.
Yeah.
But then now in 2024, 2025, nope.
Yeah. No.
Right to streaming, sir.
Right. I mean, so this movie did make like $1 million in the theater, I think.
Oh, okay.
So this made $1 million. Gunner made like $50,000 in the theater. So
I have more money than Gunner. Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, you're right. It's right, like Gunner. I mean, yeah. I know, like with the Randall scandals, like he tries to put names on the cover so that he can sell abroad. But Luke Hemsworth is not like Hutcherson is definitely a bigger name than Luke Hemsworth. I mean,
100%. Like, wait, Luke Hemsworth, I just laugh. He's like, I'm not making fun of him, but it's like maybe like a Don Swayze or a Joe Estevez in a way.
It's in that level.
Fun of those people, I love them.
Yeah, but it's on that level. It's like when you see he's not Chris Hemsworth. And I mean the accent when we give to that one is a trip. But this movie, I don't know how to explain. It's like it it's working. It's a different idea. So like when we look at the second movie is a well-trodden territory that we've just seen millions of times
Yes,
before.
straight up stupid actioner.
Right.
Yeah,
This is trying to do something new. So I kind of appreciated that. But like the 57 seconds thing, it's like I don't know, like for example, Hutcherson's character, they kind of make him seem like he's smart because he's going and playing roulette like that. But it's like, I don't know, if it was me, I don't know if I would go and like do roulette that way. Like, I don't know if I would even do roulette. Like, I would probably like, I don't know how I would do it because it's only 57 seconds. I guess roulette kind of works
yeah,
perfect
that's
for that.
it.
But like the thing is, casinos will kick you out if you win too much money. They don't need to know if you're cheating or not. They will kick you out. They don't care. And so they might suspect you were cheating, but even if they don't have to prove you're cheating to kick you out. And so they just be like, hey, you're doing too good on the roulette wheel. Why don't you get out of here? And so I don't know. Maybe that because that's one of the things I forgot to mention is that he makes his money. The main character, Hutcherson,
Hutcherson.
he makes all this money by just going from casino to casino and playing roulette. Like he just because you can see
Yeah,
when the ball
that
goes, and then you just go back in time 57 seconds and bet on that number.
it's like, and they did that way too many times,
Yeah,
and then that's when the checking out started for me.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, would you agree? It's like, all right, with the roulette.
Yeah, because like all we really needed was like a montage of him
Yes,
going and coming back and leaving, and that probably would have done enough for it. I don't know. They did too much of that kind of stuff of like the things playing out for a long time and then him go. We know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Like we know, like
yeah,
yeah. It's like once the trick is played, they didn't really do anything creative with it. It was more like him just reacting to things by going back in time and then saving the day or whatever.
that's what made the movie messy, and it made the movie kind of like, okay, let's wrap this up. And
Yeah,
then because we watched this on Pluto,
yeah,
I call this 57 commercials
yes,
because like, oh my goodness, the commercials.
yeah.
It's like it was like every time Hutcherson or Morgan Freeman drew breath, there was a
It was
commercial.
right.
It's like
Yeah.
I just kind of looks like, oh, okay. And that didn't help either.
No,
But
because what the commercials do is if you're already checked out from a movie, the
yeah,
commercials get you back on your phone, looking up stuff, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, did Hutcherson do something? There were a couple times I had to rewind it back, and I was like,
yes,
oh,
yeah, same. It's like, what happened?
yeah,
Oh, right. There's 57 commercials. Sometimes they even said hi.
right,
It's just like,
exactly, yes, yeah. So,
so,
yeah, so that didn't help this movie at all either. I mean,
no.
it's an interesting, I think to your point, I think this movie, because again, it's not as long as Gunner is. It's only like an hour and a half, but I think at when we talk about these movies being this kind of this thing where like had they been made 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever like that, they would have been a completely different thing. I think this movie in 2013 with Hutcherson and Morgan Freeman with a few other names and a bulked up plot of a 2 hour long
Yep.
movie, it could have really been something. It could have been something like Limitless or something like that. That like
Yeah, exactly. It would be
was a
like just
TV
like
show.
Limitless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love the Limitless TV show. Did you watch that?
No, but I remember it being on. I remember seeing it.
Oh, it's good.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, because I remember seeing it available. So yeah, it's the kind of thing that like back then you could have done something with this, and now it's like doing it on the cheap, and
Yep.
it just yeah, and again it was just got repetitive. It's like we're just gonna wait for him to touch his ring and go back 57 seconds and then change something.
Yeah, and it's like why exactly? It's like all right, let's wrap this up. Oh, good, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's more ads. Then I went for the credits. But it's like
one other quick thing too that you mentioned about with Jala, the girlfriend, was that so he gets the girlfriend by going back in time. So essentially, he has like pictures of his sister in his apartment, which
I remember that. Yeah,
yeah,
I watched this a while ago.
all he had to do is tell her, "This is my dead sister. This is her stuff, and I haven't been able to move it out." But instead, he's like, they're intimate, and then she sees the purses, and she's like, "Oh, are you seeing somebody else?" And so he goes back in time to like close the door.
Yes,
And then she
I
sees the
remember that,
picture of the sister. And so he goes back in time and then he puts the picture down before she sees it. And then she's like, I want you to kiss my toes. And he's like, okay. He goes back in time and he does it before she asks. So then later when she finds out about the ring, she's like, hey, wait a second. Did you like use that ring to get me? Because a lot of times I felt like you were reading my mind about stuff that I wanted. And so he kind of admitted that like, yeah, I used the ring to manipulate you. And she was like really upset about it. But then at the end of the movie, she was like, yeah, I don't care that you lied to me and manipulated me.
Yeah, so that was another messy thing. I mean, I know we're trying to maybe skirt the cliche,
Yeah.
but it still didn't work.
Well, because it does get back to this concept of consent. That like she. And I mean, obviously, if people, will lie to significant others and things like that when they're sort of just starting out and getting, into relationships and things like that. But it's a little bit different when it's this kind of situation when you're, it's not the same as some other areas of consent can be worse. Like I think, you think of like a movie where like, like you think of like Face Off, for example, where, John Travolta, Nicolas Cage is in John Travolta's body and having sex with John Travolta's wife, and she obviously did not consent to having sex with Nicolas Cage's character, right? She was, so
yeah, that was kind of messy if you think about that.
Right, exactly. And I think here they're kind of verging on that territory of like a consent issue there with him using the ring that way to manipulate her because she, whatever she would have said to say no to him, like I'm not comfortable with this situation, he just would go back in time and change it so then she would be comfortable. So and the fact that she didn't feel comfortable when she found out that he was lying, that was kind of the more realistic thing. And then suddenly she's like, I'm okay with it now. We're hugging and walking off into the sunset. And it was kind of like, no, I don't, there was more to unwrap there that they kind of just left,
And that's what made the movie messy because it's whoa.
Yeah.
Notes for a second. And because the movie, like you said, it's on the cheap, so everything else got the short end of the stick, like the script. It's like
right,
and like they got Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right, and that's the thing is that like Morgan Freeman. I mean, it's just this one I think because the other one is a Randall scandal, and so that's like its own level of Skids, its own version of Skids. But when you're watching him here and you're seeing him standing, I mean, and again, they do some kind of fugazi explanation for why he's got the Darth ball, right? They said Darth ball, right?
Darth ball,
right? Yeah. They go through some fugazi explanation for why that person is with him, but like the fact that he's just standing there saying all of this stuff with a straight face and just selling it as well as he's selling it. It actually made the movie look worse. Like he was so good, he made the movie look worse, which I think is like
that's the thing. Like, and then I wrote in my notes, I was like, why are you in this?
Right.
I mean, like, this is way beneath you, sir.
Yeah.
But then you go back and it's like, okay, he's like a trucker with Juliette Binoche in other movies like that. It's like he's on a headset in Vanquish. It's like I think maybe he just stopped caring. It's just like it's like. Of course, how can he top Edison Force as his triumphant movie? Right, not Shawshank Redemption or $1 Million Baby or even anything. Yes. That's a top movie.
Yeah.
Or Dolphin Tale. Is Dolphin Tale worth watching?
I've never seen Dolphin Tale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do Morgan Freeman impression, but it's like, but his voice is very iconic.
Yeah, I know some people do, but you're right. It is extremely like because I mean, obviously people use it for voice work and stuff like that. But it's like I was trying to think of like like some of the stuff he said in this, I think I'd like my ring back. When I start doing that, I who am I sounding like? I'm sounding like Jimmy Stewart, I think, or something like that.
Right? Yeah, that's funny. I like your Jimmy Stewart.
Right. Remember, there's a comedian who was talking about how Jimmy Stewart could make anything like memorable, and he was like, you can see like there's an apocalyptic movie, like, well, it's time for the nuclear holocaust.
That's good. It's like, that's great. I love that. It's like, if he said stupid, I wish he was alive to do Randall scandals.
If they'd had Randall scandals back when he was still with it, because he was in his 80s in the what was he in his 80s in the 70s? He was in the
80s and the 70s.
Yeah, right. No, I think he was he's a little younger than that. He would have been like it. Yeah, because I think he was born like in the like 1901 or something. No, sorry, 19 aughts, I think.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because that would be amazing if he was in Randall scandals, and that's why the closest we ever got to that really in that old actor thing is Mitchum.
Right, that's right.
If he was in a Cannon movie, he was in some other garbages.
Yes, no, that's a great point. So James Stewart, he was 1908. He was born. So
wow, 1908.
So he passed in 97. So because I remember we would see him on the he was on the Dean Martin roasts, and
Mhm.
everybody was joking about how old he was, but like those Dean Martin roasts were in the 70s, so like he would have only been in his like 60s going into his 70s. But I guess back then, people talked about that being older. But yeah, he passed away in 97. So
Wow, so he could have been like in the Immortals or something, Eric Roberts and Tony Curtis.
right, he would have been like when Randall was still, because like you look at some of those Morgies that you mentioned there, where Randall and
Yeah.
and Furlow were still working with the Millennium guys, like Boaz and
Right.
Avi Lerner and that crew. They're still learning their trade from those guys. Like I think Edison Force was a new Millennium, right, or it's a Millennium film, right? That it had.
I think it is, yes.
Yeah. So it's only about 7 or 8 years difference, right? Where he that we could have potentially had him. And
That would
so,
have been amazing.
God,
That would be a huge get for us.
oh, can you
Like,
imagine him in a Randall scandal? Oh,
and
yeah.
his voice is so great, and maybe it's like slightly dubbed, and he talks to Steven Seagal or something.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like,
Right, because that would have been that time period for Randall's, like the Seagal movies.
oh, that'd be so funny. It's just like we say he died in '97, so I guess
97, yeah.
okay. So I guess it could have been the Immortals, maybe Agent of Death.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like talking to Michael Madsen, like, whoa, it's like,
Right,
I
exactly.
can't do your impression.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, I mean Brando died in '04. So like if
I wish
Brando
we had
lived a little bit
Brando.
longer, like into the 2000s, I mean Brando in a Randall scandal would have been a beautiful thing.
We got really close because he was in Free Money.
Yeah.
That's kind of a garbagey movie. Ever seen that or not?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's like a dumb comedy. It's Charles Sheen and then Thomas Hayden Church and Mira Sorvino and Donald Trump. It's very Canadian.
Oh, I got to
It's
see that.
not
It's on
really.
Plex. It's on. I guess that's on Plex.
It's not like it's a great. It's not really an action movie. It's like maybe like a comedy, like a dumb comedy. But
Yeah.
that's like the closest we got really because I know Martin Brando. He never cared. He didn't care about acting.
No,
It's
no.
like
I mean,
he stopped caring.
oh, he would have loved this current environment. He would have just been like,
Yes, he would have loved it. It would have
yeah.
been perfect for him.
Oh,
It's like, I don't have to really. I just have to do some. I don't have to do my reversal shots.
right.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I know that. I mean, that alone, the fact that that he wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's one. I think I was trying to think who else. I think him. I mean, I heard that Cary Grant had that mindset because I think Cary Grant when he was dating, I don't know if he was dating Diane Cannon or
Diane Cannon, nice.
yeah, or Sophia Loren, somebody that he was dating
Oh, wow.
couldn't believe the movies that he did. And he's like, I'm a professional actor, and like he was doing things like I think it was like one of them was like The Bachelor and the Bobby Sox or something like that. And
One of those.
right, they're like, why would you make those movies? Like, I'm a professional actor. Of course I make movies. It was because he was, he was before that whole period of like the method actor and all that, and like the 70s indie actor like De Niro and those types where you chose certain roles to do. He was just like, I'll do anything. And I mean, yeah, I mean Randall. I mean, having Cary Grant in Randall scandals would have been the
That'd be
greatest thing
another
ever.
amazing one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, that'd be hilarious. Maybe Humphrey Bogart also.
Oh, Bogey would have been great. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would love to have seen that.
God,
It's
yeah.
like so because like who it's like because Morgan Freeman is like our next older person in a way. Like who else is like old? Well, De Niro too, I guess. But they've done more. They've done Randall scandals.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to think of another person who's older now who would be in these. It's just like I can't figure it right now.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, who else could we? Right, exactly. Like, who else is on that age cusp of like, I mean, obviously Bruce Dern is up there in age too, and he hasn't been doing Randall scandals necessarily, but he's been doing definitely some Skids kind of work that we've reviewed on here quite a bit. Yeah,
American Rampage. Is that what's called? No, American Violence.
American Violence, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronk.
That's right. That's right.
That was hilarious. And remember when Bruce Dern was in that, he was wearing a short sleeve sheriff shirt.
Right. Yes.
Like, no, that's funny.
Right. He's yelling at his wife for not making a proper peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, and he I guess supposedly dies. Not really, but very stupid.
Yes. Yeah.
Great movie that was.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Carol Burnett is another one. I think Carol Burnett, I think, just turned 90.
Carol Burnett, she's still with us?
She's still with us. I believe she just turned 90. So that could be a big one. She turned, actually, she's 92 this year.
Wow.
I mean, I would love, she did a TV show called Hacks. She was in the new Frasier show too. She's got something upcoming.
Wow, so she's got some stuff. She usually does that kind of, Carol Burnett, what's this show? Oh, crud. I think that's Eric Mabius. It's about like letters or something. Let me look this up because I think I watched this show
Yeah.
for like 2 seconds. It was really stupid.
Yeah, she's still doing stuff. I mean, that would be
Carol Burnett was
hilarious
in it.
if if like what would be great for her in a Randall scandal is if she did like the Andy McDowell character,
Yeah.
Red Right Hand. If
Oh,
she was
Big
like
Cat.
big cat, right? If she was like a big cat, like just like this crime boss. Who I mean, kind of like what we'll be talking about in Gunner with Morgan Freeman's role. She would be fantastic if she just kind of sat there and like in this big chair in like some big like mansion in Alabama or Louisiana or something like that, and just just ordering people to die and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, that'd be. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. I would
yeah,
need to like go to the hospital.
yeah,
So that's so ridiculous.
yeah.
It's so great. Yeah, Signed, Sealed, Delivered was a program that Eric Mabius. I think Carol Burnett was on it.
She was on. Yes, she did. Yes, she was. Yeah, a TV movie
And
they have. But
Valerie.
yeah, I think they did a TV movie, and then she was one episode of the show.
Yeah, I think I saw that episode.
Yeah,
it's like oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. I know we try to go to our next movie. Let's see, older actors still alive.
Right.
Oh, I guess Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Let's say over 70.
Well, I mean, like Michael Douglas. He's getting up there. He would be a good one.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford. He hasn't done these garbages.
That's right. He just did a Marvel movie, so he's like on the other side of it. But yeah, he was born in 1940, I think, right?
Right. Oh, Ben Kingsley. Well, he's been. Anthony Hopkins, he's done some cruds.
Yes, they've kind of done some. So, and what we need is like Ben Kingsley's another one that would be a great crime boss in a Randall scandal.
I'm surprised he hasn't done that. He was in, of course, Blood Rain.
Yes, that's right.
That's like his best work. And Ben Kingsley is interesting because he's definitely been in some cruds.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, it's Ben Kingsley. Oh, fancy. Because he's Sir Ben Kingsley.
Right, exactly. Well, do you think
you want to be Sir Matt Poirier?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I guess you have to be. Yeah, I guess I heard you can buy a lordship. So
really,
you can go to England if you got enough money. You can become a lord with a certain.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can be lord.
Poirier.
Lord, yes, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I see Kingsley. He did the Killer's Game, which was not quite.
That's right. I watched that.
Yeah, it was like almost direct to video, but not quite. And then of course,
it was all right.
He was doing those Marvel movies. He's been doing.
Oh, that's right. What was he again? He was the guy.
So he was the Mandarin. That was like
that was it. Not the Mandalorian. The
right,
Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Yeah, but spoiler alert. So like the character, the Mandarin in the comic books, I think people looked at as like being like too bad, like Asian stereotypes. So they changed the character up. So he plays this like fake version of the Mandarin, and then Tony Leung, who's great Hong Kong actor, plays him in the Shang-Chi movie. So.
Right. I remember when that was coming out, and they really pushed the Ben Kingsley like actual villain idea.
Yes, yeah.
In the trailer for Iron Man 3, and like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, here's one. Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith, does she shoot people in Downton Abbey? I mean, like, it's about the war, right?
Yeah.
I want to see Maggie. Oh, because as I told you yesterday, I watched Babylon AD with Vin Diesel the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Or yesterday.
Well, Maggie Smith
is in it.
Maggie Smith just passed away.
Oh, she did?
Passed away in 2024. Yes, we lost her in 2024.
Oh, but she's still with us. I'm sorry.
So her Downton Abbey came out. I think she's got a Downton Abbey. Oh no, okay. Because I thought they were going to make a new
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, but but no. So so she's no longer with us, unfortunately.
Oh, she's gone. Okay, yeah. I'm just doing this on Google really fast. Yeah. I mean, like Judi Dench, she's still with us.
Judi Dench, people. Yeah, because what was she in?
I've been waiting to do that one for a while.
Yeah, she did Chronicles of Riddick because Vin Diesel's a huge fan of her.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's December, and she's in Wait, that's Helen Mirren. Sorry.
Yeah,
same person. And then let me see else here. Sevilla Loren, I think she's gone, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think so.
But yeah, I'm looking at the people who could be in Randall scandals. I mean, like, Robert Redford. I mean, like
Redford, yeah, and again, so this is the thing is that so Sophia Loren's still with us. She just turned she's 91 now. So
wow,
yeah, so
91.
I mean, the thing is, right? Like the thing that with Harrison Ford, with Robert Redford, some of these ones is that the Marvel movies and other like big budget things are grabbing these guys and giving them parts. And so you really have to be like a Robert De Niro, who was like, I'll do the big screen things with like Martin Scorsese or whatever, and then I'll do some Randall scandals to make some money on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to have that mindset. And the other thing too is that we have TV commercials that are also swooping in. So like Harrison Ford's doing like a Dodge or Jeep. He's doing a Jeep ad campaign. So it's like that's the thing. Randall scandal gets them when they're like, either they're completely down and out and they just need anything, like Travolta, right? Like Travolta he just needs the money. Or if it's like a Morgan Freeman who I don't even know with Morgan Freeman, because I'm assuming he does commercials still too. So it's like he's just like, yeah, let me just rack up as much cash as I can. Maybe he's trying to leave money to his family and he just wants to rack up as much as he can. Yeah,
like, and able to do whatever, and you have to do his reversal shots, and it's like
right, yeah, exactly.
I know who wants to do the reversal shots.
No,
I mean, like,
yeah, no.
Well, we made a movie. Oh, it was a whole movie, really. It was like where I was a cop on the edge. I remember doing I did the reversal shots. I mean, you got the Brett at one side, and I told Brett on it. It was kind of, oh yeah, the reversal shots. Oh, Robert Duvall. He's never really done any cruds.
Oh, Bob Duvall. Bob, yeah.
Or Patrick Stewart, really, but he's stuck being Picard all the rest of his life. But it's like, Dustin Hoffman, he should be doing cruds.
Well, because Picard's going to be another one. He's going to be in those new Avengers movies.
Wow!
So they're essentially they're going to do like kind of the multiverse thing where they get the old X-Men characters. So I think what's the other guy? Why can't I think of his name? The one who played Cyclops.
Marsden,
right? Marsden's going to be in that one as well. Yeah.
Wow, we got Marsden back.
Yeah. So they're kind of leaking who's going to be in those two Avengers movies.
Really?
But Stewart, I believe, is one. Yeah, and I think like they're talking about. Well, maybe look at Chris Evans. I think is one that they've talked about.
Okay. Yes. Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
I think she was also leaked. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's on a. Yeah. So. Obviously we got a Hemsworth in there as well.
That's a good segue into our next movie.
Yes, exactly. But no, so she's not Romaine Stamos anymore. She's just Rebecca Romaine. So
Rebecca Romaine. Sorry, we used to.
You know who she's married to now is Jerry O'Connell.
Yes. Did you this interview he did recently? I don't know if you follow Jerry O'Connell.
No.
He said, "You know what? I'm kind of a failed actor."
Oh, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's right, but maybe he is. I mean, like, he's made a lot of crud.
Right.
I mean, like, he's made a lot of canceled programming.
Yeah. Well, because the other thing he said was about that. That's right. I saw that on Instagram. It was like,
same.
Yeah. It was like a suggested reel something. He was saying how the fact that he did a talk show and made money at a talk show, he's like, yeah, I'm making money doing other things now.
Fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind Jerry O'Connell. I mean, I almost bought Sliders a few weeks ago. It's like, I don't know if I care enough. Yeah. Like, sorry, Sliders. It's like, do you remember he made this really stupid show? Do you remember? I forget what it's called. He was like a doorman or something, or he was in a hotel. Do you remember this? It's on Fox.
No, I don't remember that.
I could find it really fast. Then we should probably go to the next movie.
Yeah,
but if you want, I don't.
Yeah,
is it Jerry O'Connell? I was thinking of Jerry Lewis the other day too. He should have been in action movies.
Well, Jerry Lewis, we've got the it's almost Labor Day.
Oh, where was that from?
It's almost Labor Day weekend, right? Where Jerry Lewis does his telethon. He would have done his telethon.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
What was this called? It was like Do Not Disturb or something. Hold on, let me look this up. Piranha 3D. That is Jerry O'Connell's best work. Do Not Disturb. That was Do Not Disturb. He was like a hotel guy, and his Niecy Nash. Does that ring a bell at all?
No. Was it recent?
No, it's in 2008.
Okay.
But he made a lot of like these canceled programming shows. But he was on Crossing Jordan for a good portion of time.
Right. Yeah. I was paging down here. I just saw 88 episodes. He did that. So yeah.
I liked Crossing Jordan. I never caught the rest of the show, but
yeah.
And of course Scream 2. Well, that's Timothy Olyphant's best work.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at his career. He's got Joe's Apartment.
Right.
It's
That
not
was his
bad.
opening thing, right? That was kind of his big first thing.
Yeah, he's got Mission to Mars. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. And
Yeah.
he's got Kangaroo Jack. He should be very proud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Wait,
Carpoolers. Let's not forget about that one.
yeah. No, I agree. Because I think what's considered success as I guess maybe what he would say is maybe talking about what success or failure as an actor is whether you're getting paid to be an actor, right? Like he's
Right.
getting paid to do other things now, and maybe that's what it is. I always remember I used to watch. Do you remember the And One mixtape tour for basketball?
No, I don't.
So And One was this thing. So for And One, they were a basketball, or they were like a shoe company, and they couldn't afford like NBA players. So what they did is they got all these street ball players, and then they did a tour where they would take like 10 of the best New York street ballers, and they would travel the country and have those other guys, play against other people. So this one guy, Alamo, who was one of the New York guys, and they were interviewing him about his doing this, and he's like, the best thing about this is that basketball is my job. You walk around New York and people say, well, you're not in the NBA because they put you on that NBA level. And it's like, hey, who cares if I'm in the NBA or not? Basketball is my job. I'm getting paid to play basketball.
Right.
And I wonder if that's kind of the same thing as an actor. It's like, what do you consider success? And it's like maybe for him, even just like the kind of that bare like line of getting paid as an actor, like just getting paid acting gigs is success as an actor. But he sees it as he was he's doing talk shows and stuff, and that means he's a failed actor.
I guess I don't know. I mean, he has a pretty good, filmography. I mean, he has some stupid stuff on, obviously, but he was working. I mean, I guess he's not working right now or whatever he's doing. But
yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't. Yeah, he's all right.
Well,
the
Crossing Jordan one. I feel like the Crossing Jordan one. He did 88 episodes. It said he did of that show, but that's kind of success to be able to do 88 episodes of a show. I don't know. That's,
exactly. That's syndicated. Got your Jill Hennessy.
Right. Exactly. So
star Exit Wounds.
Right. If it's syndicated, right. He's been. I mean, I don't know how syndication works nowadays with streaming and everything, but yeah. I mean, that was that's I don't know.
The popular program.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, but again, it's what's somebody's measure of success is different, I guess.
I guess so.
For me, that would be the measure of success. It would be, am I getting paid as an actor?
I'm going to be on Crossing Jordan. Would you want to be on Crossing Jordan? I mean, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Let me just.
Yeah, should we transition over to sure. Gunner? Yeah, so now just letting people know, I'm getting this joke out of the way now. This movie is not a Nelson biopic, so we're not talking about Matthew and Gunnar Nelson here.
Love it. You can just stop there.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. I think I heard Nelson the other day. All about your love and affection.
Yeah, I can't live without your love and affection. Yeah,
I heard that.
I can't. Yeah. Then the other was After the Rain, right? That was a big one.
Yeah, another classic.
Yeah.
Where I'm assuming Nelson's still probably doing the state fairs. I'm not sure.
Well, so I think it was Gunnar of the two Nelson brothers who was on Celebrity Fit Club. And
I forgot about that.
I think he came in for somebody who had to leave. I don't remember if that person who had to leave might have been. I don't remember if it was like Jeff Conaway or late Dustin Diamond. Also, I don't remember he had to leave or not. But Gunnar came in there, and one of the things people didn't like about him was that he was already thin. But he was like, growing up in a showbiz household, you had to be perfect, and so he kind of had a body dysmorphic disorder because of that. He was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find his part. Well, let me find it. I'm on IMDb looking up Gunnar Nelson, you do.
Right, exactly.
As you, I guess that would be our self, I guess.
Yeah.
So here, Celebrity Fit Club. So he was on 2005, 6 episodes.
Yeah, because he came in. He was a mid-season replacement for somebody.
Yeah. I think you were right. Jeff Conaway. You have a good memory.
Oh, it was okay. It was Conaway. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess who was on the season? Okay, so we have Bruce Valanche.
Yeah.
And you have Kelly LeBrock and Tempest Bledsoe.
Right. Okay. I remember Tempest.
Right.
Bledsoe.
Tempest. That's a cool name. Tempest Bledsoe.
Yes. Yeah. I remember her being on there.
Weirdly.
Right.
I never noticed that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a weird spelling of her name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just realized that. So I used to watch Celebrity Fit Club. I mean, it was 7 seasons.
Right. It was on for a while. Wow. Right. Yeah. Because what did they had? So they had the Marine guy, the Marine boot camp guy,
great.
and then you had the dietitian guy. Yeah, I can't remember their names.
Harvey Walden the fourth.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And yeah, I mean, I always remember the Dustin Diamond one because he was just like starting fights with everybody all the time, and they were just like, maybe he was like selling his sex toys, and he was telling like the woman from American Idol he was going to get one for her, and she was just like so disgusted that they had to like get him out of there and stuff. And yeah.
And who was that one? Who was the American Idol person? Was it Ryan Starr?
No, Kimberly. Is it Kimberly Locke? Was that her name?
Oh, that name sounds familiar.
Right. She did a song called like Eighth World Wonder or something like that. That was her song when I think she came in third because it was like one of those deals where like she didn't win it, but I think because she came in third, like she was able to get a single out of it or something like that.
And then I'm looking at season 7 of Celebrity Fit Club. I just try to go to Gunner, but yeah, you had Kevin Federline, and you had Sebastian Bach and Nicole Eggert.
God, K-Fed, just
K-Fed, K-overfed.
God, God. I remember joking at the time because in 2006 there was like the big blue wave election where like kind of like the Democrats took the House and Senate, and like it was kind of like George W. Bush with the war and everything was kind of repudiated by the voters. But at the same time, Britney broke up with K-Fed. She dumped K-Fed.
No.
So I remember joking like that was the big news. I was like, did you see the news yesterday? And they were like, yeah, that was crazy with the elections. I was like, no, K-Fed got dumped by Britney. It was like,
Well, I mean, George W. Bush, people really hated that guy back in the day. I mean, like, he choked on a pretzel. He went, hey.
Right.
It's like, almost missed that little guy.
Well, the thing I always remember is after that whole blue wave thing, he had to go out and do a speech. Like I remember, he fired Rumsfeld and James Baker took over, but he had to do a speech, and I was like, it was like really good. Like he was like really like natural with the reporters and stuff, and he's kind of was just up there accepting the fact that they just got completely housed. That he was just kind of like everything that he had stood for was just completely repudiated by the voters, and he just kind of just took it and he just like handled it. I was like, where was this George W. Bush the entire time that he was in office? Like I'd want to have a beer with this guy. He seems like really cool, and it was just like, but we never got that Bush really.
No, because back in 2004, when I go back in time, we should go to Gunner.
Right,
but,
yeah.
I mean, but it's all we had.
Right.
As I always say, it's just like we had a war in Iraq. We had nothing really much going on. Michael Moore goofing around all day. It's just like, and then Katrina, and then there you go.
Right. Katrina, yes. Right. Yeah. Crazy times. I mean, right.
Simpler times.
You had Kanye West saying George Bush hates black people, and Michael Myers like all freaked out, and now you've got that same Kanye West like wearing like a mask that covers his whole face on Alex Jones, saying how he loves Nazis.
Right. I love your Alex Jones impression. I can't do it.
Oh yeah. It's a false flag. It's a false flag. Yeah. I still listen to this podcast that makes fun of him, and he's like talking because all this stuff's going on about Trump about like the Epstein stuff, and he's like, wait, come on guys, we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm on Trump too. I'm critical of Trump too, but we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And it's like
that's a perfect impression. That's really good.
I should do my own version of
that's really good. That's actually like pitch perfect.
Is it?
It's really good. Right. You have Trump and Alex Jones like, baby Alex, I'm not in the Epstein files. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Right.
He was in the Epstein files. Jeffrey Epstein. Okay.
Well, I know that, sir. I know that, sir. That you're not in the Epstein files because you only you like bombshells. That's what you go for. Yeah. That was like the thing. He was like, they were saying like how he couldn't be in he was saying Trump couldn't be in the Epstein files because he only goes for bombshells. And it's like, no, he was on Howard Stern saying that he would sneak into the locker room of like Miss Teen America to like it's like
that's inappropriate.
Yeah, it's like Alex, come on, Mr. Jones. Not that we expect anything. I mean, that's part of the fun of Alex Jones. I shouldn't say that there's any fun in Alex Jones, but part of the fun is that he just flip flops all over the place anyways, and just like speaks in that voice. Yeah. Yeah, he's like,
he flip flops more than a fish out of water.
Right.
It's really just kind of funny.
Exactly. Right.
It's like,
yeah.
But it's like, Stormy Daniels. Like, Starve Whiteside.
Yeah.
Wrong side of town. Didn't talk about that lately.
Right.
I did rewatch the fight the other day because why not?
Yeah,
it's like the first video on my playlist. It's like,
right. It's such a great fight. I was talking with somebody. I was talking about Bautista and just like how great he was on the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and it's so crazy to just see him in Wrong Side of Town where it's just like Rob Van Dam's like, you got this, you gonna handle this, and
it's like Well, Turkey saw strong current.
Right.
It's like, okay, Batista.
Right, exactly. And then like the music starts in when he goes to fight
Yep.
the other guy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Maurice Crump.
Maurice
Yeah, that's
Crump.
great.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, when we get into Gunner here, I think
Yeah, okay, let's go to Gunner.
yeah, but I think Wrong Side of Town is a paradigm that like these movies could do more of that kind of thing.
Yes.
Like this movie here, like there's these movies. And I'll do a quick synopsis of Gunner because I think there's sort of this lazy like cosplaying salt of the earth kind of thing where it's like, oh, former special forces guy, he's either fighting traffickers or fentanyl dealers or something like
Yep,
that. It's always
that's
something
it.
like that. And there's something about Wysot or Wrong Side of Town where it was this kind of this mix of like the Warriors with like Rob Van Dam and Bautista with like people like David DeFalco was in that, all
Right.
kinds of
Stormy Daniels and other people and
right.
Omarion.
Yes, Omar. Yeah. Curly from Baller Block, in which this movie also has a Baller Block and alum, Gunner. So,
That's hilarious.
yeah, which I get a lot, but I just I think. And Randall Scannell, I'm surprised Randall Scannell hasn't done movies like that because you could do them on the cheap. Maybe part of the reason why you can't is because maybe they had to use sets and stuff like that, and these movies they just like to do them on the street or whatever. But it's a fun concept. The Warriors has always been kind of a fun concept, and you get some big beefy guy like a Rob Van Dam, and team him up with someone like a Bautista, and it's kind of a fun thing. You want to see them just especially Bautista. Bautista's like a fun. He should be doing
fun.
Yeah, he knows how to have a good time.
And this is why I think it would be amazing if we had finally Wysot 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
yeah,
it's like I think that would be a miracle.
Yeah, but I
talk about a miracle. But I don't know how we're get that. But at least we have it.
At least we have the first. But I almost feel like I don't even know how much I would need Rob Van Dam in it. Like Bautista is the one, right? He's like because like he's just so great in Wrong Side of Town, especially when he fights Crump. That fight scene you were talking about,
so good.
It's just so much fun, and like we need more of that. Like I think this movie Gunner tried to have fun with the fight scenes, but it didn't pull it off. And maybe we should send. I mean, the director here, Dimitri Logothetis, who was he produced the Kickboxer sequels or the Kickboxer reboots, and he directed one of them.
He did. I think he did some other weird stuff too. I think did he make Jiu-Jitsu?
He did Jiu-Jitsu as well. Yeah. So
yeah, Nicolas Cage.
I feel like we should just send him a copy of that just like send him the link to the Wrong Side of Town fight and just be like, this is what you should be centering your movies around. This is how you should be making movies. Yeah.
Because it's a great example. It's when I watched it for the 80th time. It's like this is how you make a fight scene.
Yes.
I know, yes, the song is very silly, but it works perfectly.
It does, yeah. Yeah, the whole thing is great. So people listening out there, go on to on the YouTube. We did it on our Spotlight on a Fight. I can't remember what episode. I haven't been documenting the Spotlight on a Fights on the Letterboxd page. So
you haven't?
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should do that because we talk about it. It was one of our first Spotlight on a Fights.
I think it might have been the one with Pivot, right? We did Double Crump.
Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
What's it called? The System?
The System. Maybe? That could be it. That could be the one.
Assassin, I think that's what we did.
Yes, that could be what it was. Because it's just it's on YouTube. It's a ton of fun, and it's like when we watch these movies and we kind of dump on them or we talk about how there's so many things that they're not doing right or whatever. You get these gems from the past, and granted, that one's an older one. That one's like the late 2000s, I think, right?
2010.
2010. Right, exactly.
It was like yesterday.
Because I remember my friends and I couldn't wait to get it because it had Curly from Baller Block in it. So I remember we had like a night we all watched it. It was like a big night where we
That's fun.
Yeah,
I love hearing that. You have all these cool friends. You watch House, you watch Baller Blocking, and No Wrong Side of Town.
Yes. Well, I was telling John Cross from PM Podcast about how my friends we were like all into to Wings Hauser and how I bought The Killer's Edge on VHS, and we all had a big night where we watched it. And so
that's fun. That's just like a great time. I mean, like, not. I guess it's somewhat not recently. The Punisher show came out, with Burnfall.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like, did I tell you this already? But it's like, I have an idea because that's when I wasn't working like every 2 seconds.
Right.
But here's my idea. I'll get a bag of burgers and beer. And watch it,
like
all day.
Yeah.
And I asked my friend, he said no. I was like, okay, you're missing out. This is a fun idea. So I bought. I didn't eat them all one day, but I bought like 5 burgers and like 5 beers, and just had the rest like throughout the day. It's kind of fun.
It's
a bag of burger and beers.
Yeah, well, so I'm a little bit. So obviously, people know I have a penchant for Doritos. That's one.
Yes,
that's one big one for me. The other one I like to do when it comes to like movies, like a kind of like a movie night, like that kind of thing, or a movie day, or like a binge thing, is I like to do like sweets, like gummy bears, and because I think maybe because it's from the movie theater kind of thing, but that's like another one. Soda, of course, too. Like it's funny. Like the beer thing. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like I'm completely anti-alcohol. Like when I visited my family, I drank some sour beer that my brother-in-law had. That had an interesting taste, but I find like soda is more my go-to when it comes. I always talk about pizza and beer movies, but I think soda works better for me with movies. I don't know why.
I can see that. Yeah, I don't really drink too much alcohol because why?
Yeah,
just have something else. But I mean, like that for that I did.
But I think I can see with the Punisher though. The Punisher, it does it kind of makes sense that the burgers and beer with the Punisher. Yeah, that could because I remember binging those. The Punisher. I think I binged the first season, and then the second season I had to like. I think I waited for it to come out and then kind of watched it in bits. But I mean, yeah, that Bernthal Punisher series is just like it's like a whole like those Netflix series in general were good, but yeah, the Bernthal Punisher ones. I mean, the only thing with them is that they're big, long stories. They're like 13-hour movies, so you really gotta lock in, like you said, stock up on some burgers, some beers, some junk food, stuff like that, and
that's what I did. It was fun.
Because the other thing I found was it was hard to turn them off. Like I would want to keep watching them.
Yeah, I remember taking a break. I remember like watching I watched like 4 episodes. All right, let me go on break. But yeah, I went to a place called Jake's Way Back Burger. I don't know if you have that.
So they're out in the suburbs here. So one of the problems is, unfortunately, is that recently because I've been meaning to go out there to go check one out in the suburbs to try it out.
Oh, okay.
And one of the problems is that the state is not funding public transportation here, and so the transit system, they had to cut a whole bunch of bus lines, and so I think those suburban ones that I like to take, they're because I take those suburban ones to go. Like I tried a place called Freddy's Custard Burger. I don't know if you've tried that before. Yeah, so Freddy, they're a pretty good one too. I don't know if you ever get those in the Connecticut area. They're good. So I took this whole I took a bus out there and did all that, and so it was really good. So I was like, oh, Wayback Burger's another one that there's a couple locations in the suburbs, but now I don't know if I can if the buses will run frequently enough for me to get out there. I might be stranded out there for a while.
Because if you can get out there and try the cheesy burger, it's like pretty good. Oh wait, we gotta talk about Gunner.
Yes, we've lost Gunner. We've lost we've lost the plot on Gunner a few times. So Gunner, I'll give a quick synopsis. Luke Hemsworth, he's your rote, cosplay, salt of the earth cosplay, former special forces guy in a small town in the South who, trying to reconnect with his family. At the same time he's trying to reconnect with his family, Morgan Freeman runs this. He's in prison, but he runs this criminal empire that Gar from Baller Block, and it plays his son, is picking up is handling for him while he's away. And then while Hemsworth is trying to reconnect with his sons, he and his brother-in-law go out on this big camping thing, and they run into the fentanyl operation that Gar is running out there, and all hell breaks loose. Gar ends up with both of his sons. Hemsworth gets arrested, and then he breaks out, and it's like a kind of the one-man army thing. But he also breaks Morgan Freeman out of prison because prisons in Alabama, just a couple chain-link fences, and you're out. And so then it's like this whole thing: is he going to swap Freeman for his other? Because one of his sons escapes, the other one's still stuck with him. He's going to do an exchange or something, and then they have the big showdown at the end, and that's kind of it. So Ty, what did you think of Gunner?
I actually kind of liked it because it was so garbagey. It was like I was cracking up. Now the big thing I wanted to mention right away in my notes was 2 bits. Number one, the part where the dead guy gets shot in the head and then gets up.
Yes. Yep.
And he didn't cut that out. Yep. And the part where the gun moves really, 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 really slowly up. It's like,
when he flips the gun in the air.
He flips the gun. And he's like, that's a good 5 minutes. Like, I burst out laughing.
Keone Waxman and Steven Seagal looked at that scene and said, "That looks garbagey," right? Like,
Yeah.
because we've seen that stuff in Seagal movies where guns get thrown in the air and he catches it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even they could make that look better than what we had there.
It was so low rent. It's like, okay, I just buckled in and like, okay, I heard this was garbage.
Right.
And it's like, okay, let me give it a wow.
Yeah. So my only thing with this, because initially I was kind of annoyed. I was like, I'm not liking this movie at all. It's like, it's just, I've seen all this crap before, I've seen, but then like you said, as it gets garbagey, I was like, is this a Randall scandal? And I looked it up and I saw Randall Emmett's name in there and I was just like, once I saw that it was a Randall scandal, it was like, it kind of changed for me. And I was just like,
interesting.
Yeah, I was just like you said, kind of like what you said, you're just buckling in and you're just going to kind of just go with it. It makes the trashiness more fun, I guess,
yes.
knowing that it's a Randall scandal.
And then Luke Hemsworth. Oh, still there?
No, I'm still here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, broke out. Well, I think he's such a dumbo. It's like he's such like a meathead dumbo. Well, he looks like Josh Duhamel and fake Alan Ritchson smushed together. Right. He's a burly man, we'll say. Right. And like that cracked me up. It's like, who is this dum dum?
Right.
This meathead?
Oh, he's such a one note. And when he's acting opposite Morgan Freeman, it's ridiculous because Morgan Freeman is taking this trashy dialogue and he's just like punching it up way, like however many levels above. And Luke Hemsworth can't do anything with it. So then it's creating what I always call the Destro effect, which is I'm rooting for the baddies over the heroes. I wanted to see Morgan Freeman win the whole thing. I wanted to see him just blow everybody up and just, sit in a mansion somewhere and win the whole thing. Because he was doing such a great job. It was such a trip. I mean, the Hemsworth stuff is just ridiculous.
And the bit with the skydiving,
yes,
the green screen,
yes,
like your green screen for your YouTube videos is better than their green screen.
Exactly. It's like that should never be the case. That should never happen. No, we're not saying it as a joke. We're saying literally the green screen in this looks worse than my green screen that I use on my YouTube videos, and that should never happen. That should never. You should never. Yeah, no.
And then there's some really stupid dialogue, which I'm going to mention.
Yes.
Which is, first off, it's like you have to have food to the table.
Yeah.
It's like what? And then like. Here's my favorite. Take some anger tablets. That's my favorite. Yes. It's like, okay, this movie. Oh, I wish I can't give it 5 stars on Letterboxd, but I'll give it 3.
Right.
I mean,
you know why this isn't the 5-star movie that Phoenix was?
Mm-hmm.
As Phoenix, we were in and out in 85 minutes. I think it was or maybe a half hour.
I think even really fast.
It's like Zerilli knew how to make, and it's again, unfortunately, he's no longer with us because he made some great ones. But he knew how to take a movie like this and get it over the finish line in a way that we could have more fun. I mean, this movie is 105 minutes long. It definitely did not need to be that. 85 minutes would have been plenty. So cut 20 minutes off the runtime. That's the first thing. But I think the other thing is that I think Zerilli would have leaned into certain aspects of this movie that the director Dimitri Logothetis didn't, and I think one of them is I don't think he would have done any of the slow motion stuff that Logothetis.
Yes, that's half the movie, by the way. That's why it's 105 minutes, because 20 minutes that was that gun moving.
Right, because you think about some of the moments that we get in Phoenix, like when she goes in the red dress and she's just blowing up beating up people in the club there, right? Like that just did it right. It just nailed it. And the Luke Hemsworth fights in here, none of them looked good.
No, they're very low rent because he's an interesting looking man. He might, he's not looking like Daniel Roebuck, but I mean, you better be careful, sir.
Right.
It's just
especially when he goes to sit walk at it, because he has a third son who had passed away. And he goes to his grave site. That was where you see it, where you're just because Luke Hemsworth, he's a year younger than me. So he was born in 1980. And it's listen, I'm a little bit overweight myself, Mr. Hemsworth. I'm overweight too. And, you got to be careful at this age. We this is, we need to be in better, and you're right. When he's walking away from, and I mean, and whoever, Dimitri Logothetis, whoever was shooting this movie, they did not do any favors giving him the wide shot when he was walking away from the tombstone.
No, Luke, no.
Oh, no.
I felt bad.
God, yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
and then there's
Morgan
this
Freeman
other
looked like he
character.
was in better shape than him, right?
Who
When
did?
Morgan
Sorry?
Freeman's walking next to him, Morgan Freeman looked like he was in. I mean, granted, I know they
He's
were
in a
using
movie. He
doubles
looked
a
like he had
lot,
like a
but
six pack.
right,
It's just like
yes, right,
Luke Hemsworth was looking like Daniel Roebuck from
right,
12 to Midnight. It's just like,
yes,
this is not good.
yeah,
It's like
no, right,
Daniel Roebuck. And then there's that annoying friend. His name is John in it.
yes. The brother. Oh wait, is that? Wait, was that
That was like
Uncle
his
John?
friend.
Right, the brother-in-law. Yeah, yeah. Who gets?
Well, my note says John is dumb, and I'm going to spoil it. And he dies.
Yes, yeah, right. I mean,
It's like, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, he was obnoxious. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I.
And then I like the strip club scene because they were so stupid. Also,
With the
which was it
music.
had that fake. The music, yes. Did you write down the song?
I don't remember. No, I didn't write. I was just like, well, because I thought I was going to remember it. And then I'm like, listening to it. I'm like,
Oh,
it was like,
I
so,
wrote it down. It was "I Need Your Bucks" by I call it fake Ellie Goulding.
right.
But just like, I need your bucks. I need your. And then they beat up the stripper, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. It's like, that really necessary?
Right, because she had a gun on him, and like that's the other thing too about this movie is they didn't do Luke Hemsworth any favors between the fact that
No.
they had these shots of him where he definitely looks like he's overweight and he's not looking. It's not they weren't the most flattering shots, but then like
No.
he fights the two martial arts women in that one scene. They have no weapons. He's got like some kind of blade thing, and he's like slashing them. It's like you never make the hero. You never give the hero an advantage. The only time I can ever think of the hero having an advantage over the baddie working is in the Godfrey Ho movies, like Undefeatable, where you've got John Miller and
Stingray.
Cynthia Rothrock fighting against Stingray, or
Right.
Honor and Glory, right, where you get like this big team up where it's like Robin Show, Chuck Jeffries, Donna Jason, and Cynthia Rothrock, and so when they're all teaming up to take out John Miller at the end of the movie, like that kind of works. But when it's the hero, like he's got knives and they don't have knives, it's kind of like, okay, that's not great. And then like when like you said, like there's a stripper who's got the gun on him and he takes the gun away from her and butt ends her in the nose with it. It's like,
yeah, it's
that's
pretty
a little bit
brutal.
harsh. Yeah, it's like
Okay. I mean, you don't want to be that harsh. I mean, like, and then what else I have on here that was really stupid? Oh, all the bar patrons are also stupid.
yes,
It's like
yes,
it's like also Dave's not here, man, which they said. It's like, what is that? Cheech and Chong?
right.
Like,
Right.
once they said Dave's not here, man, I was like, okay, this is funny. I'm going to watch this. It's just like, well, I mean, just looking at Luke Hemsworth made me laugh.
Right.
It's just like, it's like, and then what else did I have? Oh, the Asian who had subtitles, but not anyone else.
Right. Well, that was the worst because it's like I wonder if Dimitri Logothetis, if he cast these guys from Thailand in the film, because I think one of them did fight choreography, and I think they were doing some of the fight choreography and stuff like that in the movie. And I wonder if he cast them, and then whoever watched the movie afterwards, like, I can't understand a word these guys are saying. We got to subtitle it. It was like, God, that looks so horrible that you're just subtitling these characters, the Asian characters who speak English as a second language. It was just it wasn't a good look.
The only way that would work if it was like a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, and that, and it's like what I want to mention that in a second when it comes to the convention, because I forgot something to mention to one of the guests.
Oh yeah,
but I will say I will actually recommend this movie because if you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I don't. So the reason why I don't recommend it as highly, for example, as something like Phoenix is the runtime. Mm. I think if this thing had gotten in and out under in 88 minutes, I think I would have liked it better. I mean, it's like this is pretty much all the same crap that like Stallone is making with Statham nowadays, right? It's just again they just swap out they swap out trafficking for fentanyl.
Right, it's always fentanyl or something.
Right.
I think it's fentanyl in Savage Salvation, right?
Right, it's exactly. Like, yeah, so it's one of those things. And then, I mean, there's all of these sort of like Republican dog whistle kind of things. Like when Luke Hemsworth goes to pick up his son is like hooking up with this rich girl who's, quote, liberal elite parents let her do whatever she wants. And it's like, but it's like dog whistly enough where it's like, oh, the rich liberal elite parents are letting her do drugs and stuff. When what they want to say is the rich liberal elite parents are teaching her about lesbians and, and trans people and stuff like that. It's dog whistly enough that like people who want the dog whistle will get what's being said there. But it's like, do we need to dog whistle it at all? But it's like I almost wonder with Randall Emmett when I found out it was a Randall scandal. I do kind of wonder if he was like doing the dog whistle to sell stuff more than it was.
I mean, like, yeah, I can't tell if Randall Scandal is a Trump fan. I couldn't tell.
Right, like you find out it's a Randall scandal, you don't know if if he's a Trump person or if he's like pandering. Because I also wonder if like Morgan Freeman would make the movie if he knew it was supposed to be like all dog whistly, because it makes me wonder. Once I found out it was a Randall scandal, I was like, okay, all this stuff kind of makes sense. Because the one thing that hurts it as a Randall scandal is Randall always likes to have sympathetic baddies, right? Like we saw it in Stallone with Armor. What was it? A Day to Die. Was that the one with Leon? Who was like,
Leon,
right? Who like ends up just hanging out with
Connor Connolly all day,
right? Exactly. He just like hangs out with the end of the movie. He's escaping with them and all that stuff. And so he obviously Travolta and Cash Out, right? He's yeah,
of course,
yeah.
So he Noel G.
Right, exactly. He likes that kind of thing, and the problem is that when you do these dog whistly kind of things, like you look at, for example, like Stallone with A Working Man, where it's just like it's all cut and dry.
Or Statham.
Right.
Someone did write that.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah, so Stallone Statham, right, exactly. It's like very cut and dry. Good guys, bad guys, and this is exactly how it is. And a movie like this, when you don't do it good guys and bad guys, and that's how it is, you run into what I call the Destro effect. Because when I used to watch G.I. Joe, I thought Destro was the coolest, and I always wanted him to win against G.I. Joe. And I Morgan Freeman for sure. I was rooting for him to win because Luke Hemsworth is just doing this whole one note thing while they're setting up. And I think this is a Randall Emmett thing more than it's anybody else's thing. He's doing all this stuff to make Morgan Freeman's character sympathetic, right? Like he seems like a pretty cool guy when he's in the truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I liked Morgan Freeman. He wasn't evil, not really.
Yeah, and so it adds this ambiguity to things that Emmett likes in the movies. He likes the idea of good guy, bad guys being kind of good guys, and or that ambiguity, because I think he's a bad guy. I think he associates with bad guys more. But when you do a movie like this, compared to some of his other movies that he used to do in the past, where it was just like we got Bruce Willis here, we got somebody else doing the heavy lifting, Jesse Metcalf, whoever, Chad Michael Murray. It didn't matter. It's just like, hey, I'm just going to throw all this stuff in a blender and just let it go. But yeah, here I think it also made the movie a little bit harder to watch because you're like, I don't want to see Luke Hemsworth win. I want to see Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he was very unlikable.
Yeah.
It's like, where's Jesse Metcalf? It's like,
right.
Where's Jesse Metcalf?
Right, exactly. Right. Did you ever think you'd say that? Right. Where's Jesse Metcalf? Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, where's John Cusack? I mean, it's like, John Cusack, that'd be amazing.
Well, that's what we needed, right? We needed Cusack on the grill. That's what we needed. We needed some Cusack on the grill. I mean, you think of some of those movies where you have multiple baddies, right? That you can kind of stack them and have them do different things. We were just saying it was maybe too much in 57 seconds, but I think with the Randall scandals, sometimes it's more fun when he just gets a whole bunch of names and he just has them sitting in mansions with, hot women walking around them and, barking out orders and getting killed,
Love that. I mean, I'm happy he's still technically making these kind of things.
Right.
Like, it must cost nothing. I mean, it might probably cost some money, but I mean, like the penny pinching is amazing in this movie.
Yeah.
Like taking blood from a stone. It's like everything. It's just completely low rent.
Right.
And it's like it's like 57 seconds. You got Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, that'll carry the whole movie.
And I mean, even with them, right? They're not even driving in the car. They're just sitting in the car with. And again, I don't know how Morgan Freeman's able to pull this off, because when De Niro does these Randall scandals, he mails it in completely. And maybe because Morgan Freeman, maybe he's just not capable of mailing it in, or maybe that's what his mailing it in is what we see here, and it's just so good when he's mailing it in. Because he's sitting there while he knows there's a green screen beside him, and he knows Luke Hemsworth has no ability to play this one-note American character. His accent's breaking through half the time. He's just kind of just grimacing and angry and swearing all the time and stuff. And Morgan Freeman's character's just like, "Why you raise your sons with that mouth?" And all stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like, It's like you just feel bad for Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And I guess what was the name of that Riker? It had a cool name. It's like I think I wrote down his name.
Yes, the actor who the one who played
his character name.
Kendrick Riker. Kendrick Riker.
Yeah, cool name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Kendrick Lamar, that's someone.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, if I would compare it to Phoenix, it's not good. Nothing could really beat Phoenix.
Yeah.
Or the System or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, but I will kind of recommend this movie. But I know try to see it once it hopefully hits for free.
Yeah. So don't
pay
pay.
what, $289?
Yes. So I paid
Yeah.
282. I think it was like $279 on Plex, which I will put the mention out here that if you're looking to rent movies, as opposed to you're looking at ones that are only on streamers. If you want to rent things, Plex is a great place to rent them because it's a pretty high quality, and obviously there's no commercials. That's really what hurts you with Plex. So and it was a little bit cheaper than Amazon. So I think a lot of people like to do Amazon, which I agree with. Amazon's a great one because it's just it's just part of your Amazon package. You just pay with whatever your payments that you have set up on Amazon.
Exactly. Yeah, your debit cards or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, the other thing was Xfinity didn't have it. Xfinity didn't have it.
Oh, really?
Usually I do it on Xfinity, but they only had it to buy for $15. And I was like, well, I'm not buying it.
Oh,
no.
I can't buy that.
Yeah.
I mean,
right. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, and I recommend it to people who understand this kind of movie. I thought once I saw these scenes, like, okay, I got to tell Matt right away.
Yeah.
It's like I had to mention this. It's like, this is perfect.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect Hulu streamer. Like, if this gets onto Hulu,
yes,
I think people could watch this, and I don't know if I wonder if it's going to be on Hulu eventually. I wonder. It seems like Hulu and Emmett still have their deal in place, despite the fact that Hulu put out that documentary about him.
Yeah, I guess they didn't care. I mean, High Rollers just came to Hulu a few weeks ago, right?
Right, exactly. So they're still out. So
we'll have to watch that.
This one will probably get there eventually. The only thing is it came out in 2024, so it's been out for a while. But
taking a while.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Because I think this is not a rental movie. You shouldn't. Yeah, but it and again, it's a little bit on the long side. So I think it's a good thing to have maybe on the background when you're doing other stuff, or if you're messing around on your phone and you want to have something on, because it is a little bit longer. But it is the junkiness. You'll get a kick out of the junkiness.
It's fun junkiness, because I was cracking up at some of those scenes of Luke Hemsworth, and the guy died,
right,
and then came back,
right.
That is pure laziness. I mean, it made Armor seem like a professional movie, and it had the CGI water,
right,
the frogs, and the tic tac toe, or the guy said,
right.
You couldn't say TikTok,
right. I mean,
what was that, like talk or something like that?
Yeah, right. He didn't say TikTok, right? He said that. Yeah, you're a talk or something like that. Yeah, or TikTok. Yeah,
like. Of course, it had the worst ending.
Yes.
Of the year, Armor. I mean,
yeah. I mean, this one was competing. This one was competing for it because this also had. Again, part of the reason why this movie has the long runtime is it can't end. It doesn't know how to end.
Yeah,
it's
learn to end.
Yeah, it's like they're just constantly you think okay, this is gonna be the thing that ends it, and then they don't end. It's so. That's another problem that Randall Emmett has with his movies is he doesn't know when to end them. I think it's another part of it. I mean, they had that really moving scene where he's putting where Luke Hemsworth is putting his Medal of Honor badge on his son's grave, and you think okay, if he just puts the thing on the badge, on the grave, and he gets choked up and he salutes his son, that would be enough. But then you got to have the Amazing Grace playing, right? And then the wife and son in the truck, it got to be the big pickup truck, right? Watching him and admiring him as he goes to the grave. And it's like, if you just do him going to the grave and he drops the thing off and he salutes him, that's enough, right? That's a moving scene, a great way to end the movie. But no, they got to have the Amazing Grace. I don't know. It's a whole over the top craziness that just, it's goofy though. It's like, it's
goofy fun, which I agree with. It's like, because once you see all these errors, there's a lot of errors in the movie that made me laugh.
Yes, right.
It really shouldn't be in the movie. Did you edit this? What is this mess?
Yeah.
So it's funny that this movie got released
in
this kind of state of all those errors in it.
Yeah. Because it's Randall Emmett, maybe. I mean, I wonder if there's a point where he's slipping a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I mean, again, Dimitri Logothetis is not a he's a pretty decent director, based on some of the other stuff that he's done. I mean, granted, doing the Kickboxer reboots, those are well put together movies.
Yeah, I agree. I like those, except for that. Well, the fight scene of him and the meathead in the second one was like 100 hours.
Yeah, right. That was a bit much. Yeah, it's just like constantly
still watching it.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. I mean, the Hawaiian Punch budget on that probably was bigger than the budget for this whole movie, right? It's like, whatever that was, they were spitting out of their mouths. I mean, they got punched.
Love the Hawaiian Punch budget. Yes. I mean, or the Jolly Rancher budget for what's that, Lone Tiger? What's that one?
Right. Yes. Right. The Cherry Starburst. So
that was a Cherry Starburst.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever these guys spit out of their mouths to show they were bleeding. Yeah. I mean, this movie. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if someone like a Dimitri Logothetis, he's thinking like, okay, I'm working with Randall Emmett. I'm doing a movie with Morgan Freeman, all this stuff, and then he's like, he gets on set and he realizes like, oh, we don't have any like blanks for the guns. We're just holding up the guns and I mean, again, this is something that Daniel Zerilli did all the time, right? Is he used the CGI guns, but he somehow figured out a way to make it look better than this here, where it's just like, I look like laser tag at points. I mean, it was like, and I guess maybe some of this stuff is done in post. So Dimitri Logothetis, I bet if we asked him, he'd be like, "Oh, I had nothing to do with that. That was all done for me, done after the fact, and it looks horrible, and I hate it or whatever." I'm sure that's what he would tell us. And
he's on Instagram. I love it.
Yeah,
it's like someone has Morgan Freeman, but yeah, I mean, I wish I can, he's going to do the rounds for Now You See Me 3 or what's called. So I has to go on Gunner and Edison Force contract. Right. Well, John Cusack was at Chiller.
Oh, was he?
Last year. It's like, well, I guess he was waiting for me to give him the contract, but it didn't make it. Right. But it's like waiting patiently. But it's like, I wonder if he ever got that as the sign. But
yeah.
But most people I gave him, like, Say Anything or something.
Yeah.
Which is quality movie. Haven't seen it lately though.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in forever. Movie. Yeah,
because there's that subplot with John Mahoney. He's like an evil banker or whatever it is. Like, does that really fit?
Right. It's like
that was a weird subplot.
Yeah, remember when the IRS person goes up to Ione Skye and she's like, like questioning her about her dad, and like, well, are you noticing he's making a lot of big purchases that are under $8,000? And she's like, I guess. And it's like they go into the house and it's just like the jukebox. It's all these things that in the 80s would have been right around $8,000 that he was buying. That I guess like it made it. Yeah, it's like yeah.
What's the best thing about Say Anything is, if I'm not mistaken, Don the Dragon Wilson is in the movie.
Right, he's a trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like
exactly.
But yeah, I'll give this a light recommend because it's so goofy.
Right. A wait for streamer recommend. Yeah, I think.
Wait for streamer. Do not pay.
I mean, I think the one difference between this one and 57 Seconds is that 57 Seconds is on a free streamer. I mean, Pluto is not. I don't know if it's worth sitting through the commercials on Pluto. If it ever gets onto Tubi or Hulu. 57 Seconds. I think 57 Seconds moves faster than this movie does, but this movie, when it gets into the junky stuff, it can be kind of a trip.
That's a trip. Like that, it's almost worth watching with friends. Some of the garbage that was hanging around in this movie.
No, I agree completely. So
it's like and when we watched Phoenix, which is a great movie, people need to rewatch Phoenix.
Yes,
it came out 2 years ago, but we watch it again.
Well, because I don't think enough people have seen it because when I was looking at the critic reviews, I think it's only like 6 or 7. I mean, obviously you guys have done it, and when I did it, but a lot of people haven't reviewed that one yet, and it could use more of a bump. I think part of the problem is I think the name Phoenix, it's hard to find it on things. It's like
because you have the Ray Liotta movie called Phoenix, which I just did a podcast with Tal Liebenau about that last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right, yes.
And I think that went well. I think it'll be up soon.
Yeah.
There's a plug.
Yes.
I don't know when that's going to be up, but I did it. It's not the Ray Liotta impression. It's like, you're a rat. Innocent duration.
Right. I was thinking about your impression of Liotta recently because the Patriots, they have a new coach, and he was complaining because there's some other people that were from the previous coaching regime that are still employed by the Patriots, and somebody was asking about a player being injured or something like that, and he was like, I don't really have anything to say about that, but I want to find out who these rats are here. And I was just thinking about, we got a rat in our Patriots organization.
Okay, gotta watch Shades of Blue because it's basically every line of dialogue Ray Liotta says is that he says someone's a rat, who's the rat in the organization. Right. It's J-Lo a rat. It's like you're a rat, J-Lo. It's like it's fantastic.
All right, yeah, I've been meaning to check that out because I remember when it was advertised on TV.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a really good show actually. It's high quality.
Yeah, it's on the Roku channel. So
perfect.
Yes, I should check it out. Yeah,
that's good. I guess we can go with Spotlight
of Fight. Well, I mean, this is one that it's interesting. I think when we started doing the Spotlight on a Fight, we were kind of just going through all these different ones, and this is one that somehow we didn't think to include it earlier on. This one. Yeah, because it's a classic. I mean, the movie's a classic. Showdown in Little Tokyo is the fight scene we're talking about. It's the end fight scene. I mean, there's probably like 4 in this movie that we could do a Spotlight on a Fight on, right? Because we could do
that's a great point.
The breakfast scene. I mean, there's that kind of the preliminary, the pre end fight scene where with Brandon Lee, you have the right to be dead. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, but like the coffee shop scene, right, where he's he's like, listen, guys, you're not going to like me if I don't get my coffee. I mean, that's a fantastic. It destroys the poor person. Right, exactly. Right, it's just an absolutely beautiful scene. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 in that movie that are just fantastic. But the end fight scene is exactly the kind of buttoner you would want in a movie like this.
Yes.
I mean, so we started with a parade, right? We got a parade in Japantown, I guess, or Little Tokyo, Japantown. Right? Little Tokyo. I think it is Japantown in it's Koreatown in LA, and then it must be Little Tokyo. But I think in Seattle it might be Japantown. But yeah, Little Tokyo, they're having a big huge parade, and people are participating in this parade with legitimate samurai swords. They have real samurai swords on. And so Cary Tagawa has Dolph Lundgren at gunpoint, and Dolph's like, well, where's the honor in just shooting me? And Tagawa is like, you make a great point. Where is the honor in just shooting you? So let's each grab a samurai sword off of these parade goers. And
on horses, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like you can just stop there.
Just grab. Yeah. It's part of the world that Showdown in Little Tokyo lives in, which I think it kind of informs movies that come later, like John Wick and stuff like that, because it's just over the top crazy with the stuff that happens in this movie.
Because it's 79 amazing minutes of awesome.
It is. It's the best. This is technically the first direct-to-video, even though it wasn't technically direct-to-video because it had a short theatrical release. But I remember my friend growing up. His parents had a Descrambler dish, Descrambler box. Yeah, so they had the pay-per-view channel for free, and I remember watching this with them, and I was like, this idea of like, wow, movies that weren't TV movies that didn't go to the movie theater. This is like a crazy concept, and it's like
that's amazing. So do you have a year when you watched it when it came out? So it was like 91, 92?
Right? Exactly. So it would have been after it was. It would have been when it was first on the pay-per-view channel. So it would have been right as it was out on VHS. So I remember in sixth grade for me, I think was 91. So I remember my sixth grade birthday. I had friends over and we watched it. Like I'd already seen it before, but I rented it for that. That was kind of like my introduction to the direct-to-video world was this movie where I was just like,
really? Yeah, that sounds like amazing memory. So was that a hit when you watched it with your buddies?
Right, exactly. So I saw it with one friend, and we recognized Dolph as the as Masters of the as He-Man, and also I didn't I didn't know about him being in The Punisher yet, but I did know. Okay. I knew him from He-Man and obviously from Rocky IV, so we knew who Dolph Lundgren was. And then Brandon Lee, of course, we know too. Rapid Fire, and
right.
I don't think The Crow had come out yet, but we knew.
No Crow yet.
Yeah. But we knew of him as well, and so it was like this awesome thing. And then Cary Tagawa is just a nasty baddie. But I mean, one of the things we used to do in school, you know how like sometimes people would do like pretend playing a violin if somebody was really boring them.
Yeah.
So what we used to do if like the teacher was really boring or something like that is we would pretend to break our own necks like the guy does in Help.
That is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, because again, you watch the movie,
it.
you're like, this is ridiculous. And I mean, when that scene happens, right, where Dolph, I mean, I'm kind of doing the whole movie. I probably shouldn't
That's
get to
okay.
the fight, but like when that scene happens, where Dolph's like, wait, somebody get in there, and then he breaks his own neck. It's just like it was like the perfect idea because I mean, necks break so easily in action movies. It was like, why didn't someone come up with the idea of people breaking their own necks, to kill themselves?
Because there's the classic neck breaks of all that we all love. Like the Eraser or the Schwarzenegger neck breaks are fantastic. Because it's like he's this huge guy that takes up one guy and breaks his neck from his leg.
Right. Yes. That's
I love those.
Yes.
That's one of my personal neck breaks.
Yes.
He did that in Eraser. Like this just made me laugh.
Right.
It's like that's an amazing neck.
Yeah, the neck break is such a beautiful thing. We were talking about with Recoil with the party scene where when he gets the son, he gives him kind of like the rock the cradle neck break, right? Where he gets behind him and he gets two hands under the chin and just kind of rocks it back and forth until he breaks it.
As we both love, I love neck breaks.
Yes.
I love neck breaks in movies.
Yeah,
it's maybe my personal favorites because it's like brutal neck break.
Exactly.
And Seagal and Schwarzenegger are like and Gary Daniels are like the masters of it. And the guy killed himself in Showdown.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Yes, perfect. Exactly.
We should go back to that.
Well, so now they've each got exactly. That's it. So our guys have they've each got samurai.
The way you do that at school is so funny to me. I just picture that.
Right. Yeah. No, you sit there like you'd be bored, the teacher, like maybe the teacher, and you just like, you'd kind of sit there. I think we would do the whole thing too. Like, you kind of set it up where like you kind of put your hands at, kind of like you almost like meditate for a second. And then, then you get that, just snap it and then fall forward, kind of just land it,
funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just hilarious. Oh, but okay,
yeah. What was it? This movie. So one of the things about this movie is that it's available to rent on streamers. But I've got it on DVD. I'm getting it soon. I'm going to get a portable DVD player for my computer so I can like maybe do some of these on the YouTube channel. But
I can do them faster on that.
Yeah. But I mean this fight scene. I mean when you get to they're kind of just doing the samurai sword stuff. They're holding it out kind of like they're legitimate samurai fighters, but they really are kind of just doing your classic sword stuff where they're hitting each other back and forth, getting slashes in. There's a point where Dolph's on the ground and Tagawa's about to get him, and Dolph does that rollover with the double kick in the head. Oh.
That was good, and a great slash, and good close-up shot too.
Yes.
The slash with Cary Tagawa.
Yes, yeah, and so they're kind of back and forth. They're even, and then Tagawa starts to get the upper hand, right? We think, oh man, he's going to win, and before he can really win, and I mean, you've got like Tia Carrere and Brandon Lee watching from the side, like
right? That's great.
But then Dolph gets him and he stabs him. Not only does he stab him through with the sword, but he attaches him to this like wheel of fireworks.
Yeah, I always thought that was hilarious to me. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Right. It's the most beautiful thing ever that he does that. And he's just, he's like attached to the wheel of fireworks, and then it just starts like blowing up.
That was great.
Spinning. It was almost like this idea of like this movie was so ridiculous with the stuff that ridiculous in a good way, but like
in a fun way,
yeah, kind of the way again John Wick is ridiculous in a good way. This movie had all this stuff, and it was like, how do we end this? How do you finish something that's so over the top as this? And it's like it's Cary Tagawa spinning on an exploding wheel while he's stabbed to it.
And he blows up, and like there's the ending. It's just like there's your movie.
Yeah,
it's like that's why it's a 5-star movie. It's a top 4 of my Letterboxd things because it's True Romance, Showdown Little Tokyo, Virtuosity, and Cobra. Yeah. Those are my top 4 in Letterboxd.
I should maybe switch because mine are just like more like high end like classics. Like Casablanca and.
I do all the garbage. Not garbage, but all the classic action.
Yeah, I wonder if I should. Yeah, because on my Dolph list, Showdown in Little Tokyo is number 1 on my Dolph list.
Number one. I Punisher until number 1. Yeah, it'd be funny if all 4 of your movies was Gunner.
Right.
Gunner.
Right. Well, do they let you do that?
I think they might be able to let you do that. I'm not sure.
That would be hilarious. Oh, Gunner 4 times. Yeah.
we're like that's my top 4 favorite Gunner.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
Showdown
go ahead.
is no, but you're really Showdown is one of those classics that's just like we when we think of that period of time, that kind of that late '80s to early '90s as being the golden age
Yeah,
of low budget action, of even just action in general, but definitely low budget action. This is like that level that's like up there. I mean, we were talking about One Man Force, which is an absolutely amazing movie. I mean, this is even like another level on a One Man Force, which is
yeah,
crazy.
it beats One Man Force for sure.
Yeah,
Because it has like this good production value and it's just like just 79 minutes like
yeah,
that. How do you so, like what a movie? And then you just watch it like it's just I can watch it anytime probably.
yeah.
It's
Oh
one of those
yeah.
anytime.
Yes, yeah. There's not a time that I mean, the only thing that I think, the only thing about this movie, and I've talked about this between this and Bridge of Dragons, is that this movie has more kind of like macabre kind of stuff in it compared to Bridge of Dragons. So, like, if I'm in mixed company, I may not watch it in mixed company because there's a lot of people cutting off fingers. The Lady of the Night who gets beheaded. There's stuff like that Bridge of Dragons doesn't have. Like Bridge of Dragons is probably the one I'm be more likely to introduce people who I'm not sure, what they think of these kind of movies. Whereas Showdown is, like you said, like it's either if I'm by myself or if I've got friends that I know what they're what kind of movies they like and what how they feel about things. I know Showdown is going to be one that's a hit. I mean,
It's just a hit. You're looking for a hit. You got Showdown Tokyo. I think Pray for Death's also a big hit with
yes,
people.
yeah, that's another
I
one.
mean,
Yeah,
like, because I hate that line, that's Willie. But it's like, there's something about like sometimes you just need a hit. That's
yes,
why because we watched, and it's going to be posted soon. I will do plugs in a second. Which is Time Burst, the Final Alliance, which is a dud movie you watch for the website. It won't be posted today,
yeah,
or maybe tomorrow because it's getting out late. But it's like, well, I need a hit.
yeah,
So I was like, what's a good hit? What's a hit movie? Eraser.
yeah,
So that's why after I watched the final, I need to watch a hit immediately.
yeah, yeah.
So I just remember that being awesome, and it was.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. I mean, another one I think of is American Ninja 2.
Hit.
Yeah, hit. You just
Yeah.
you load that thing up, and I mean, and I was joking with Chris from Bulletproof, Chris the Brain from Bulletproof, about how like the blind beggars bar fight. Sometimes that's all you just load that up
Yeah.
and just do that all the time. But I mean, there are some, like you said, there's these movies that you just like I watched One Man Force recently, and it just it just amazes me that that these movies exist out there, that like you just put them on. And I mean, again, this one's even better than that because it's not even 90 minutes. It's 75, something like that.
Yeah. You don't even take out the credits, but even shorter. That's a good point.
Right. And it's just like, one of the things I remember actually with my another group of friends, the ones that I was watching Wings Hauser films with, we got into Dolph. I kind of got into Dolph again with them because they bought, one of them, my friend Ian, bought Bridge of Dragons at Suncoast for like $1. And
Amazing.
when he watched it, he was like, "Oh, this is really cool." I was like, "Hey, I've got another one you might like." And I had Showdown because I had a copy of it on DVD. It was like one of the first DVDs I bought. When I think I bought Citizen Kane first, and then I think I bought Showdown in Little Tokyo. So this is like when I first got a
Maybe
DVD
the
player.
only two you ever had.
Oh yeah,
That'd be so funny.
yeah. No, I mean, well, I've got pretty much every Dolph movie from like the kind of like the mid 2010s. I think like up to like One in the Chamber. I think I've got all those on DVD,
Okay.
except for the ones that were only on VHS, like Pentathlon. But
Well, that I love that guy dancing. Pentathlon, that like rapper, that like Russian guy. Like, look, I love this rap music.
oh yes,
The one in the chamber is so great because he has that silly Hawaiian shirt and hat.
right, exactly.
I wear the Hawaiian shirt and hat.
Right.
It's like I like One in the Chamber. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's a fun one. It's a fun one. Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, that's a total. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that was good.
Dolph,
So that was you watched it with your buddies.
so then I showed him Showdown Little Tokyo. So then it was like we would do these Dolph fests where we'd do like like a weekend of just Dolph movies. And I remember we were showing people Showdown Little Tokyo, and there's that scene. Remember the scene when Dolph first recognizes Cary Tagawa and he's got him at gunpoint and he's shaking. So
yes.
one of the people that was with us who hadn't seen the movie before, he was like, "Why does Dolph need a candy bar?" Right? And we just like all burst out laughing. It was just like such a perfect line there. It's like whenever I see that scene now, I'm just like, somebody's gonna get Dolph a Snickers.
I need a Snickers. I like the nougat.
Sorry,
It's like
here, a glass of orange juice. My blood sugar's a little low. Sorry,
I don't have diabetes, but maybe I do.
I'm pre-diabetic.
pre-diabetic, pre-dolphin-betic.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I
But
could just stop there. I'll end that.
yeah,
Dolphin-betic.
no, I mean, I think, again, Showdown is one that, I mean, I think for sure, I mean, I think it's definitely one to have in the collection. It's one
Yeah,
to,
for sure.
when you think of physical media, I mean, you can rent it on the streamers for like $4.
Yeah, for sure.
And that would be, unlike Gunner, Showdown is worth a rental. If you haven't seen it in a while, it's worth it. But I think it's also worth just getting on DVD and just having it and just knowing that.
Yeah, you just pop it on. I might pop it on soon. I mean, I feel like I just watched it a couple years ago, actually. But
yeah,
if I felt like watching it, I could put it on anytime. It's just like that's a great feeling for that movie.
Yeah, exactly. But well, maybe we should do the plugs. Yeah, we should wrap it. Yeah.
Oh, plugs, yes.
Yeah.
Comeuppance.net is the website. We'll be posting Time Burst.
Okay.
I know it's been a pretty gap between movies. We're running out.
Yeah.
But I'm promising Time Burst will be up soon. And then Ty Comeuppance on Twitter X, Ty Action Rocks on the Instagram, which I posted Tangled, starring Rachel Lee Cook.
Oh, nice. I saw that. Yes, I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. And Sean Hattasey and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Yeah.
Star a steak knife himself.
Steak knife, right? Yes.
Yeah. Good old steak knife. It's like, oh, wait, steak knife's in this.
Right. He had no idea when he made that movie that he would be Steak Knife 20 years later or 30 years later.
Yes, I
right?
know. That's such a good point. I mean, I was watching Jonathan Rhys Steak Knife. It's just like, oh, and then you wanted to mention that the convention,
right? Well, so because on your recent episode, so is it? It was 1990 great, right? Or no,
19 Grady 90.
19 Grady, right? Exactly. You talk about the year 1990 on your podcast, on the Comeuppance podcast,
Yes.
which was a fantastic episode. But you also mentioned your recent trip to one of the conventions where you met a bunch of people, including we featured on here, Mr. Billy Zane.
Yes, so we had him for what was that movie we watched? He was like a vampire or something.
But so he was right. There was the movie that he was the vampire. So they were both by the guy who makes
they're talking about Final Kill, right?
So he was in Final Kill, and he was another one that was the same director as Final Kill.
Right. I forgot the title.
Yeah.
Hell Drivers or something.
Right, exactly. It was Hell.
But
Something.
he had the orange for noses.
Right, right, exactly. So the director is Justin Lee, who he also likes to get Bruce Dern. He had Bruce Dern in that movie. He's a big fan of Bruce Dern. Hellblazers. That's what it was. Hellblazers.
Hellblazers.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Hell Drivers.
Hell Drivers.
Yeah. So Billy Zane. Yeah, he was really great because I gave him the. Did I mention this on your message? I gave him Danger Zone because I had to.
Yeah.
And he just made like these funny little noises and like these like sounds. It's like Danger Zone, patrol enough. it's like, yep, that's patrol enough. Oh, that's lost fire. It's like, just like he was like excited and ready to see these stupid tapes, and he had stories about all of them.
Did he? Oh, that's awesome.
Patrol. Well, not Flash Fire. He's like, well, this movie's mediocre. I had Chinese food with Louis Gossett Jr. It's like, great story.
Right.
And he was great. He was really funny. The Patrella Dove was funny because he's like, I was with Kelly LeBrock and Steven Seagal was there. It's like, I can outrun him. He was really great to talk to. He was really funny. And he was having some like flight issues, so he felt bad that he was on the phone.
Oh, right.
Some of the time. It's like, sorry, hold on. It's like, first of all, he looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
And he's still got that it factor, Billy Zane.
God, that's so beautiful.
Really one of the coolest.
Yeah.
And then Karen Allen I met. She was really nice. She had some stories about Eric Roberts and Voyage.
Oh, nice.
I'd ask her about that. It's like Voyage? She's like, yeah, Eric Roberts, he was a little nuts. It's like, it's a movie or on set? Both. It's like, and she didn't say anything about Rutger Hauer. I thought Rutger Hauer was going to be the nutty one. No, it was Eric Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
And she was really cool. And then Brian Tochi, one of the Ninja Turtles, was really... I gave him One Man Force because he's in that.
Oh, right, yes.
And I said, what do you remember? He's like, nothing. But he was like, I've never seen this before, ever, at a convention. Like, I'll believe that, actually.
Yeah.
It's like... Because what I did was I was just double checking people's filmographies before I went to Terrificon. It's like, wait, Tochi, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, One Man Force. All right, I'll take it out because I gotta show him this.
Yeah.
So I found it. And then James Saito. Here's the thing about that. The guy who played the Shredder.
Yes, yeah.
He's in Hot Dog the movie.
Oh, is he?
I forgot. And I was kicking myself. If you ever seen Hot Dog, what is Chinese downhill? Have you ever watched Hot Dog the movie?
I don't know.
He's the guy who says that. Like, what? Oh,
Yeah.
you never seen Hot Dog the movie?
I,
You know what Hot Dog the movie? I haven't seen it.
yeah, I think so I've been meaning to see it. I think that's one of those ones I had to admit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to admit on Todd's on Todd's podcast about Firestorm. I had to admit that I hadn't seen Raising Arizona yet. So that's an embarrassing one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Hot Dog the movie. Yeah. Oh wait, actually,
Gotta watch. You gotta buy the Blu-ray. It's the unrated version. But James Saito as the Shredder, I gave him the Hunted Laserdisc,
right?
and he was dumbstruck. First of all, he didn't know what it was. Like, what's this? This is a Laserdisc, sir. It's like, this is the only thing you have? Like, I just said yes.
Right.
Like, and he thought that was really funny. It's like, it's the only way. And I said, do you want the Laserdisc? He wouldn't sign it for like 15 minutes. It's like, oh, you want it signed? Yeah, I think he didn't want to sign it.
Right.
Because I think he was. I said, what do you remember? Nothing.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, he was the most dumbstruck. I almost didn't talk to him, but I had to. He was really funny. He was one of the funniest people.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't believe it. And Ernie Reyes Jr. was fantastic too, and Ken Scott, star of Showdown.
So Ken
and
Scott.
I asked him about Street Fighter. Ken Scott, what's that?
Ken Scott. So he's also in Guardian Angel, right? Is that the same guy?
I think so.
Am I thinking of the right guy?
But Ken Scott, he's in Street Fighter, and he's the main character in Showdown, the one of Billy Blanks.
Right. He's Ken, oh wait, I'm thinking of
Kenn.
I'm right. I know I know where I'm getting confused. I'm thinking of the Ken McLeod who played the
Ken McLeod. Yeah, no Ken McLeod.
Right. Ken Scott was the
Ken
hero.
Scott,
right.
He was the hero in Showdown.
That's
and
right.
He was really cool. He was a really nice guy. Because
Yeah.
I don't think he couldn't believe it. I brought him that tape. Right. He didn't know about the R-rated version. He was like, "What? What R-rated version?"
Yeah.
And he was great. Really nice guy. Who else did I see? All Ninja Turtles. I saw Haley Atwell from far away.
Oh, nice.
I showed you that picture, and Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah.
From far away. It's like, nope, I can't afford you guys anymore. It's like, well, I don't know what you say on the pod, but I got a pretty good deal for Billy Zane, we'll say.
Right.
Unless they're listening, I got a pretty good deal. It's like, well, he's gone. I'll just say it. What happened was, I was talking to the handler to give her a danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
And because this is not a trick, she was so distracted by danger zone, I never gave her the money.
Right.
For Billy Zane. She just sent me down the line.
Right.
And then I was talking to Billy Zane and I did the picture and I looked at my hands like the money's still in my hands. Wow. So I ran and he upped his prices too. And then I ran away. But it's like because I'm saving $100.
Right. Yeah. That's a huge number to save there. There's a lot you can do with $100. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So I was like, oh, it saved me a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't play that trick of Karen Allen.
Mm-hmm.
But and also Ken Scott, he was a little but Ernie Reyes Jr., he was really cool because I gave him the ultimate fight.
Yeah.
And he was very appreciative. And you ever see that movie? It's very dumb.
No, I don't think I have seen that. I haven't seen a lot of Ernie Reyes. I've been
Yeah, he likes Ninja Turtles and Surf Ninjas, he told us, but he'd rather do like these kind of lower budget action years,
mm-hmm.
Because all stuff's kind of for kids. It's not a bad thing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think he's more in tune with the low budget action punchers,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But he was a really cool guy, and then he got Pepe's Pizza out there. What is there? Could do the Pepe's Pizza at the casino? Right. It's at the casino in Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun, that was where I saw UFC 55, where Andre the Pitbull Orlovsky from the Universal Soldier sequel. Yeah, he was fighting this guy Paul Bontello, and where we were sitting, he's fighting the guy, and it looks like he does like a double leg takedown, right? It looks like he ducks and tries to take the guy down, and the ref comes in and starts calling off the fight, and we're like, "What the hell's going on here?" Well, what it was is Orlovsky had knocked him out, and we missed it.
Wow.
It was so quick. He just caught him real quick, but we did see him while we were at this burger place for dinner. So I wonder if that's still open there. It was like kind of like American food place, like a restaurant, and he went in to eat. At Mohegan Sun, yeah. Orlovsky went to eat there. Like they took him out back to like an area out back, but we saw all the UFC guys walking by while we were eating.
That's awesome.
We saw like Chuck Liddell. We saw him.
Wow, Chuck Liddell,
Yeah.
star of Riot.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say that's a connection, to our movies. Yeah, so
That's
he could
great.
barely
That's
walk.
really
Like
fun.
he walked with a limp. Like he looked like he was in.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he was. He definitely looked like he was in. He wasn't fighting that night, so he was just there to
Ah,
like sign autographs and stuff. But yeah,
well,
but yeah. So
and
that's Mohegan. I think that might be the last time I've been to Mohegan Sun.
oh wow, yeah, that's where they put out Terrificon.
Yeah,
And we lost Lee Majors. Couldn't make it, or what's her name, Lindsay Wagner.
yeah.
And I think we lost someone else. But oh well, we almost thought Titus Welliver couldn't make Sunday.
Yeah.
He was there. I was going to give him zero tolerance.
I know. I was gonna say zero tolerance. Yeah.
It's like this happens every time I want to get someone a PM movie. They're never there on Sunday. This happened with C. Thomas Hall last year.
Yeah.
It's like, C. Thomas Hall, the sweeper sign.
I know that would have been the best if you had gotten the sweeper sign. I mean, Titus Welliver signing zero tolerance is great, but yeah, C. Thomas Howell signing sweeper, like that just yeah,
that really hurt. But I mean, that was still fun because I got Eric Estrada to sign all that stuff. And
yes,
he was awesome.
Did you have Night of the Wilding for him or?
I had Lost Idol and what's the other one? Alien Seed.
Oh right.
I didn't want to, at the time. I didn't want to overload him.
Yeah.
Also, free picture of what I was taking too, because he was dumb saying, I haven't seen these in 30 years. Right. He was. I hope he comes to any conventions near you.
Yes,
because he is really great. Are there conventions in Philadelphia? I thought there was.
Yeah, so there was one here. So the big convention center here in Philly, they tend to have like kind of more of these like bigger like the big Star Wars ones, stuff like that, where people all dress up and stuff like that. But I think out in the suburbs, because I know my friend went to one. Sorbo's not always not the most popular, but at the time before we knew how Sorbo was, my friend brought Pool Boy, Drowning Out the Fury.
Oh, that's so good. That's so
right.
Cool.
He loved it. He saw it and he was like, because he was like just signing Hercules the whole time, and then he sees that and he just like stopped and started laughing. And then he was telling them about FDR American Badass, where it was made by the same guy, Ross Patterson, and he plays Abe Lincoln in that movie. And so, but they were, it's kind of the same. But I think that was up in the suburbs, a little ways away from.
Oh, okay, I didn't, because that's the thing about these actors. You just give them something that's offbeat.
Yes,
you don't give them Ninja Turtles, or you don't give them Hercules or something like that.
Right.
You give them Pool Boy, you give them Showdown, you give them a Lost Idol. I wish Joey Pantoliano was a little out of it, but
right.
I thought I should have gave him the Immortals. I mean, I thought he'd be more impressed by Taxman because that's him on the cover.
Right, of course.
He's
yeah.
on the cover of the Immortals too, but I mean, like, then he had that funny story. I forget that was last year, but like Tony Carradance, but maybe he'll come back next. I think he lives in Connecticut, Joe Pantoliano.
Oh yeah. I think you have more of them in Connecticut than I think the closest one. I think my wife Jen was saying. I think her sister, because her sister's a lot younger. She was born in '92. I think her sister went to school with David Morse's daughter.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think he lives in like the suburbs in Philly. Like I think.
Cool.
So
Hack himself.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think that's one. I think M. Night Shyamalan might live around here, but
that's cool too.
Yeah.
Our next convention is Horror Fest. Now, I mean, it's not. They're supposedly they're adding a super big guest tomorrow at Horror Fest. I have no idea who this is yet, but they have Linnea Quigley is going to be there. Chris Sarandon.
Yeah.
Zach Galligan, star of Point Doom.
Yes.
Which he's getting.
Right.
I will definitely get a picture of his face seeing that. Right. Because that's the thing about Terrificon this year. I got everyone's silly face looking at the tapes, and they didn't care.
Right.
That includes Billy Zane and Karen Allen. I just got pictures of them because I got to see their faces.
Yeah.
But I want to see Chris Sarandon's face for Collision Course, and I want to see Zach Galligan's face for Point Doom.
Oh my God.
And Ice. I need a PM movie sign one of these days.
Yes.
So he's got to get Ice.
Yes. Oh, Zach Galligan. That's right. He was in Ice, wasn't he?
Sure was. Tracy Lord and Zach Galligan.
Yeah, it's so the only Tracy Lord PM I've seen is what was it? The one that it was A Time to Die, the one that she did with Jeff Conaway.
Yeah, Time to Die. I never seen Intent to Kill. That's like her best one.
Yeah, I've got to see that one too. So I've got to get caught up on her. Yeah, I was kind of getting caught up on the Scalia's as well. I think I've got one more Scalia PM still to watch. I actually still have a C. Thomas Howell. I've got was it The Big Fall?
Yeah, I need to rewatch that. I used to have a copy, but I did a tape purge a while ago. Also, Titus Welliver, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, I've got some PMs to catch up on, but I've had those ones in my queue, on my letterbox list. I think I've had Intent to Kill for a while on there, and
Yeah,
so
it's a good one. It's fun
yeah.
because Tracy Lords. I think I posted that tape ages ago, and she actually responded to it. And it's like, oh, that was fun to make. Thanks for showing it. It's
Nice.
like that's pretty cool. Tracy Lords. Brett was jealous. It's like,
Oh, he did. Did he dig
again,
it?
Tracy Lords sometimes actually responds to some of the things that when you give their stories, you give them like a little clap or whatever.
Oh,
Like
right.
how I did
Yes.
for you.
Yes. Yeah.
I think she must remember that or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Duran's going to be there. Tom Atkins.
Oh, nice. Another good one.
He's getting striking distance laser.
Yes.
He's not getting Night of the Creeps or New Kids or Halloween 3.
Yeah.
No, you're getting striking distance laser.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what he needs. Yeah.
I want to see his face. I hear he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But I should let you go because thanks again.
No, thank you for coming on. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We were talking about what we're doing next.
Right. So we're thinking about going with the Rourkester, Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
And we were thinking with Mickey Rourke, so we've had some different iterations, right? We had, Cusack on the Skids, right? But then Eckhart Hart, we were like, question mark, should he be on the Skids or not? Rourke, it's like we feel like the Skids doesn't describe it enough. It's so
no.
Right. So we're thinking about like Rourke into Oblivion or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out, but that's who we're going to spotlight for the next one. And so this is September's episode. So in October, we're going to be doing some Rourke. And definitely too, for people listening, if you've got some ideas about people we should, do on the Skids for, definitely let us know, and let us know some suggestions of movies too. The big key thing is that even though I rented Gunner, for the most part, we prefer if we can get them free somehow.
Free.
So if they're on and streamers that we have included in our packages, like Hulu or Netflix or something like that.
Netflix, Tubi, everything except Peacock. Yeah. Really,
you don't have Peacock, okay? So that's one to leave out. So
I don't have that. Yeah, and then they got rid of Cutoff, or what they call the one with Alec Baldwin.
Right. Oh, that's right. We were thinking about doing that one. That's right. They got
Clive Standen.
Yeah,
buddy. Clive Standen.
That's right. We were thinking about doing some more Alec Baldwin on the Skids, but yeah. So let us know. But Mickey Rourke is who we're going to spotlight in October. He's going to be our next. And again, we don't feel like On the Skids covers it enough. He's been on the Skids for a long time now. He's more like he's skidded off the cliff.
He's skidded off into oblivion because what happened was, the movies we're doing are Jade and Hunt Club, right?
Yes, I think so. I know Jade was one of them for sure. I think Hunt Club is definitely the other one. I think, yeah.
Yeah, Mina Savari and Casa Van Dien. That's perfect.
That's
and
right.
Mickey Rourke.
That's right.
Jade has Mark Dacascos.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Right. We got the Cascade. We got a whole bunch of names that we haven't talked about in a long time on here. So
that should be fun. I'll get to them very soon.
Yeah.
But the Rourke Oblivion. What's interesting about that? We can talk about this on the episode itself. But a long time ago, way before The Wrestler, when I was working at the video store, I said Mickey Rourke's going to make a comeback, and no one believed me because he was doing all these garbages.
Yeah.
And then he did make a comeback. He's like, aha, I got you.
Yes.
That was like years and years and years before The Wrestler.
Yeah.
I said that because I knew, which is a tough set, by the way. I've never watched that recently.
The Wrestler? I haven't seen it. I really liked it when it came out, but
I liked it too. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I don't like the part where he puts his thumb in the slicer. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's rough. That I agree. I had to turn away from that.
Every time I go to the deli, I just think of that. Like, I don't like the deli.
Yes. Yeah, I agree there. No, I agree completely there. Yeah, that was too much.
Yeah, that was too much. But I still don't think it's a quality movie. Maybe I'll rewatch it down the line. But Point Blank, right? Right. You saw that one, right?
No. So somebody actually requested that one back in I think 2022. I feel horrible.
Wow.
They requested me to review it, and I still have not gotten around to it. It's sitting in my letterbox, my watch list, and I still have not gotten to it yet. So I need to do Point Blank.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's funny bad.
Yeah.
If you watch, oh dear.
Okay.
He's all roided up. Rourke is roided up. It's really kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I mean, I didn't watch it myself, but I remember this is bad. Out in 50, so he was doing all these bad movies,
right? And then, because it's The Wrestler, and then he plays the main villain in an MCU movie in Iron Man
Right.
2. And I know some people don't like his villain. I enjoy his villain. It's one of my favorite villains in the MCU, of those baddies. But that's like as high as you get, right? When you're playing a baddie in a movie like that, you're up
That's
there.
huge.
And
Huge.
and then he does the Expendables, and then after that, I mean, you go through his list. I mean, Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, I guess, is kind of big, but I mean, for the most part, he is. It's beyond the Skids. Like
It's beyond the Skids. It's
yeah,
like, oh my goodness, what happened again?
yeah, the Skids doesn't begin to cover what's happening.
No, exactly. So that's what's going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah,
we should let people go. Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming on. This was a ton of fun. We got more.
Yeah.
Our first Oscar winner on the Skids. And I mean, Rourke was nominated, so we got to
he's Oscar nominated on the Skids.
Yeah, so it's definitely more Skids there. So, but yeah, thank you again for coming on. This was welcome. A ton of fun.
Yeah, it was. Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you everybody for listening. We'll be back soon. Bye, everyone.